What, you thought I wasn't gonna be here, bro? What?
Listen, what's
You
up,
thought I
guys?
was gonna be here?
Yeah, well, the show must go on, right?
Don't be nervous.
What?
Don't
Yeah,
be
you
nervous.
got us started.
Yeah, we got to start. Yeah, I got it started.
Sorry.
Welcome to the DHC Sports Show. Oh, wait, our host is here.
Yeah, having a coughing fit. Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to the
This
DHC
thing-
Sports Show.
This thing has kicked my ass, bro. Whatever it is that I got, man, it's not the COVID, by the way. So it's already been tested. We're good. We're not there. We're good. It's just I'm still coughing. And let me tell you,
Oh, man.
The
how
thing
much
from like
fun
a
that
week
is.
ago.
From a same thing.
Jeez.
Same thing. I no longer have a fever, which is a good thing.
Right.
Don't have the shivers or anything like that. It's just the lingering cough. It's so much fun, And then when you cough so much, you pull your back, and then you cough so much, and then you want to throw up, like right there.
Yeah. Well, this might be one of probably because of Ed's coughing and sickness. This is probably one of the most eagerly anticipated episodes of the DHC Sports Show in history. As you can see,
The NFL has been crazy. You don't have
yeah.
I do not have chicken pox.
well,
What is it for adults? It's not chicken pox.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Measles?
I don't know.
Or I know what you're talking about. I had them.
Yeah.
Shingles. Yeah.
That's no joke.
So, no, I've had them. Trust me, they're awful.
It is awful.
Yeah. So, Polly, we do start at 8:30 on Mondays for the Break Even Sports Show, but it's 8 o'clock Eastern time on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the DHC Sports Show.
Yep. That's right.
And we already have some good friends in here tonight. What's up, Mike? I know Mike's ready for tonight's episode. I know that
Mike
man,
has been
Terry
waiting.
McCutcheon, Mike Bison. What's up, my man? He's got the popcorn ready.
Popcorn ready. I don't know why. There's nothing to talk about.
I mean, nothing happened over the weekend, right?
Terry's like, am I pregnant? No, I'm not pregnant. No.
Oh, man.
Did he just refer to Edwin Diaz as Tanner Scott?
He did. Yeah.
Wow. Dude, first of all, how weird is that? Just to now about to see him, Edwin Diaz as a Dodger.
I'm not surprised by it.
Well, I didn't say I was surprised. I'm just saying, like, man.
Well, I mean, Tanner Scott was probably seen as one of the top, arguably the top reliever on the market last offseason. They got him, and now Edwin Diaz, who I think is better,
I agree.
is now a Los Angeles Dodger as well. Was it 3 years, $69 million or something like that?
Just a little bit of time, a little bit of money.
Sorry, 3 years, $96 million or something like that. Something about 30 a year.
So I don't know. Zach Beeson, I'm listening to you also. I'll don't knock out my kids for the completing homework. Hey, listen, got to get that homework ready, kiddos. All morning school. That's where people were saying to me. Yep.
Well, before we go any further, this show is brought to you by, not by a cough, and not by Mucinex.
Yeah, I wish it was by Mucinex.
But by Old Fort Baseball Co., our good friend Logan. So for all of you that are in here, make sure you go visit Old Fort. And if you want to get 15% off your entire purchase, yes, I said your entire purchase, make sure you use code Dad Hat. That's code Dad Hat for 15% off at checkout for your entire purchase. Now, how many of you like stickers?
Yeah, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, baby.
Hey. Well,
no.
Old Fort Baseball Co. also has a monthly sticker club that you can have, and normally it costs $6 a month. But if you use code DHC, you can get 50% off of your sticker club purchase, and you can get new stickers delivered to your door every month for just $3 a month. But you have to use code DHC, and we have that for you because you guys are friends of the show. We really appreciate your support, and we really appreciate our friend Logan and our friends over at Old Fort Baseball Co. for sponsoring this show. And make sure you go check them out and check out the great merch and the great stickers they have.
Look at you. That's pretty good.
Hey, every once in a while.
Blind girls find,
So Mike, yes,
Somewhere.
Virgil is on the phone with his therapist. He wasn't quite sure if he could get ready for this show. He's going to be a little bit late because, therapists are expensive. So he wants to make sure he gets every minute in to get that therapy that he needs.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, baby.
Hey, Joe Sheets, professional reader over there. Yeah, they had to train me. It's only taken me 2 years. But anyways, yeah. So apparently, as I said, this has been one of the most eagerly anticipated episodes of this show, and Ed, why is that?
NFL.
Was
Do
it
we
was it
not want
because
to do our
was it because
hats
the
or
full-
anything?
I know, right? He
What?
just
This
wants
guy
to
just
jump
wants
into
to
it.
go.
Jump into the
Relax.
drama.
who me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we haven't talked
let's
about
talk
our hats,
Let's
bro.
talk about hats and drinks.
Well,
and
I got caught up in the anticipation. I'm sorry. So,
Hot dog, you know what
so
I'm saying? Like,
well, you're not wearing anything except your bald head. So Eric,
there you
what are you
go.
wearing and what are you drinking, my friend?
I am wearing the 1 year only, I believe, Queens Kings. What was that, 2000?
That's correct.
Because they are now the Brooklyn Cyclones as of 2001. So I had the Queens Kings hat from, I believe it was Hat Club, if I'm not mistaken. I got that probably right after and I didn't know anything about him until Paul was talking with, what's his name that designed, why am I blanking on who designed the Brooklyn Cyclones and the Queens Kings?
Wasn't that Dan Simon?
No.
Was it not?
I thought it was Dan Simon.
Was it Grandiose?
No, it was the Todd.
Todd
Radom?
Radom.
Todd
Todd
Radom.
Radom, that's
Radom, yeah.
Todd Radom.
So he was talking with Todd about it a couple of years ago, I think. Now at this point, so I ended up finding this hat out there. And then today I have the Cheerwine Ale.
How is
from
that?
Noda Burn. I don't know. I haven't had it yet.
Which brewery is that from?
Noda. Actually, it's not too bad. It's a wheat ale with natural and artificial cherry flavors, just like the Cheerwine drink itself. But yeah, it's not bad. But Noda Brewing out of Carolina.
That must be from a certain person that just joined us now.
It
Mr.
was.
Mayor,
Thank
Donnie
you.
Wise. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. I just drove near Noda when I went over to Divine Barrel. So,
And by the way, I'm really enjoying mine, and I really appreciate you sending that. Appreciate it.
I see it all the time here. I was like, maybe I should try it one day, but I'm not really a Cheerwine, fan. So
Cheerwine. No.
just like Patrick's not much of a beer drinker, but he complains when he doesn't get them.
Right.
I love to share my first world problems with everybody. So while Ed's having a coughing fit,
Man.
Mr. Mayor, what are you wearing and what are you drinking? Hopefully nothing alcoholic.
Well, I was going to crack open one of those Divine Barrels, but I figured that's probably not a good thing. So I stopped at Jimmy John's.
Oh, nice.
I got some Diet Coke, not Pepsi. Diet Coke, the only diet. So yep.
Good man.
Coke. And then I'm still wearing my off to work first responders trucker hat that I had today.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, good for you.
Very
nice. He's done talking to the therapist.
I was going to say, look who just got off of the phone with their therapist.
My therapist says I am beautiful and perfect.
Absolutely.
Your therapist
lied to you. Therapist Samantha.
Ooh.
So, in other words, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, she likes you.
People like me.
Yes. I was getting ready to go there, and you beat me to it, Patrick.
Yeah. So now that you're out of therapy, Virgil, what are you wearing and what are you drinking, my friend?
So tonight's hat is the Dorados from Copa for Sacramento. And tonight I've got one of the beers I got from Mr. Wise. And really, this probably should have been a beer for yesterday, but since I don't drink on Mondays, I have Breakfast in Munich from Columbia Craft Brewing. This is a Weiss beer at 5.1%.
Was that brewed by Vincent Company or?
It's not brewed by Vincent Company.
Okay.
what the heck, dude?
But Harry Kane had a hand in it.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Good play. Good play. Good job on that one.
Yeah. Let's see. So Ed, you got your burner up and running. Nice to see you here in
Thank you.
both
Thank you.
places.
Thank you.
Don't know why you were speeding in that bug of yours, but okay.
It is not a bug, bro. It's a Honda Fit.
That yellow one is?
Yeah, it's a Honda Fit.
Oh, okay. Well,
2016 Honda Fit, bro.
it's all right. You shouldn't be.
You know what the best feature about that car is?
That you fit in it?
It's actually very spacious, believe it or not.
Yeah.
That's actually a very spacious car. But the best feature about that car paid off.
You and me both, bro.
Absolutely.
You and me both.
You know what I mean? That's the best thing about any car is the fact that there's not that is fully paid off, right?
Jolly, we're just glad you're here, my man. We're just glad you're here. You guys have never seen it in Ed's garage, but he has a 1985 Corvette. I knew that private pool.
Come on now, man. You could be talking about that like that right now, man. Come on now.
Man,
by the way, I am also wearing a hat, just so you know. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, Jolly, Donnie's hiding a Lamborghini in his garage. One of them.
Lamborghinis.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say one of his Lamborghinis.
I do have one truck paid off, the other one not.
I'll be right there. Hold on. Let me
look
get
at
out
him.
of this. Hold on. Let me get out of this real quick.
Yeah.
Hello.
So
Wait. Hello.
Are you still there?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Well, so Mr. Rivera, what are you wearing and what are you drinking, my friend?
Water for me tonight. Water for me. No, you did not get a ticket for DUI. Get out of here. Oh, carpool lane by yourself, bro. That's tough.
Eesh.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Sandlot hat from Sandlot Company, out of Kansas City. So they're cool people there. Guys, check them out. They got these leather baseballs, man. I wonder if anybody would have one nearby to show us. But it was great.
I wonder.
So maybe somebody has one of the.
Mine. It's around here somewhere.
It's somewhere around there. I know it is. So you got your ball somewhere around there. Don't worry about that. Anyways, listen. So Sandlot Company. I am drinking water tonight. Just because I'm trying to just flush this out of my system. I've been drinking water like it's going out of style. And so, he just left just like that. Okay. And there it is. Okay, cool. Very professional show of us here tonight. There it is. Oh, you got the blue one.
Oh yeah, this is the Italian Napa leather. This is like Napa leather is usually reserved for like the Donnies of the world, but I was able to get one in a little baseball.
It's their own separate company.
Yep.
Yardball. You guys got to listen to my episode on them. It's two separate companies and then obviously with Sandlot, they do different things when it comes to their materials of hats and everything. They don't make a lot of a certain hat. They only make a certain amount. And then once it's sold out, it's sold out. That's it. They don't make anything else just because of the material, right? A lot of the times the material that they only have a limited amount of things that they can do. And then after that, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, there is that. Lynn is drinking water as well. I donated blood after work today. Good job, Lynn.
Good for you, Lynn. And I am wearing a Texas Rangers hat, a Rangers script hat from my friends at, I think this one's Hat Club. It's either that or Toppers, but I believe this one's Hat Club. And I am drinking some y'all sweet tea, but it's the blackberry flavored sweet tea. So, you add your own sugar. You can sweeten it to taste, but yep. And let's see, a little Go Tigers. So
all of a sudden we got a lot of Go Tiger stuff, showing up on the show. I wonder why.
Listen, the conductor of the lane train is here, and we're ready to go, baby. So, anyways, and Ed froze up. He got so angry. So, thanks for joining us, Ed. Hope you can join us back soon. Oh man. Well, Mr. Producer, what do we have tonight, and what do we have on the agenda? Because I know there's nothing that's happened this weekend. There's been no controversies. There's been no sports going on, but do you have anything for us?
Well, there is a controversy that we have to talk about, a pretty big postseason controversy to talk about.
Okay.
And that is the fact that you are not in the fantasy playoffs.
I am not. I feel like one of those. I feel like a team that came so close but yet didn't get in, and I feel jilted, and I'm hurt.
Whatever, bro.
Yeah, no. I was lucky to have the 9-5 record that I did. In all honesty, so
Did you get a bowl game?
You what?
Did you get a bowl game?
No, I got consolation bracket, but congratulations to Donnie and congratulations to Eric. Eric's what, number 1 seed, and congratulations to Donnie, who I believe is the number 3 seed. So
Correct.
So number 1 seed is Eric. Number 2 seed is, I believe, Justin Kish. Number 3 seed is Donnie Wise, and number 4 is Tom Thrash, which means Zach, you and I just missed out, even though we both finished with the same record as Donnie and Tom and Justin, I guess, right?
Bro, I lost by 1 point to Eric Lichtenberg.
Yeah, you got, and you had the 3rd highest score of anyone during the week, and you still lost.
How is that even possible? I know, dude. You were number 1 for the whole season.
Zach,
all of a sudden, it's like the Colts.
Yeah, Zach, you'll end up beating me.
I'm just glad I'm on the opposite side of the bracket from Eric, so we can meet in the championship.
I love this. I heard there was money exchange to get Donnie in the playoffs over Patrick. Donnie, is it not enough that you basically fund all of the transfers that Clemson swore they would never get? I mean, really? I mean, you had to bring it in here. Come on.
I had to do something for tax purposes.
Well, couldn't you save it for your other league?
Joe, you and me on the same.
Did I get a bowl game but declined to play in it?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a choice in this matter. I think I have to be in the. In this case, I have to be in the consolation.
No, you have a choice.
Oh, just ignore it.
Yeah, exactly. Just pull an official league.
It's not. Yeah, it's not going to matter because Zach Beeson's going to beat me in the first round of the consolation bracket anyway. He has Christian McCaffrey coming back.
I'm so bad that I don't even have a matchup anymore. I'm done playing. Just so you guys know, I'm done.
No, you have a matchup.
No, I don't. It gave
Doesn't
me
everyone have matches?
14. I'm literally looking at my phone right now. It says
no. Go to week 15. If you go to the weeks,
go to playoff.
Yeah, you have someone to play.
I hope not. Because
And listen, I'm so glad I don't have to play Mike Bison after this week. So let me check I've got Mike Bison in the consolation.
Well, I know Rhonda said, "Do I have to do this anymore?" And I said, "No, I don't think so." But she does. She's got the consolation bracket. So
I get to play Eric again. Eric Lichtenberg.
I made a deal to guarantee a playoff spot if I'm ranked 12 or higher. Well, I'm a year too early for that, apparently. So,
well, I've got to turn around and try to beat Justin Kish for a second week in a row. And if Eric can't beat Tom, I'll have to beat Tom another time.
Well, I don't know how it works in consolation. I think it's the same, but it's over 2 weeks that you have to play in the winners bracket. So, Virgil and I are a toothless dog fight. Well, Virgil's a toothless dog. He beat me up, so he's the reason I'm not in the playoffs. And he also coached me out of having Kamani Vidal starting this past weekend.
I did not do that. I did none of that. I told you they were splitting carries, and you just like, well, I'm just going to put them down because of Hampton.
No, you said Marion Hampton's the undisputed number 1 back.
Did not say
this
that.
Is karma.
It wouldn't have mattered.
This is karma.
No.
Okay, this is karma for Patrick. All the whole season is like, oh, look at me, and he just win and win and win.
But it doesn't solidify my point that I don't know what I'm doing if I'm not in the winners bracket.
No,
doesn't
karma
that
is
solidify my point?
Bitch. Okay,
Well,
yes, karma is real.
Well, I was going to say, doesn't this honestly just make my point?
No, karma's a bitch.
I think it does. I think it does. Because if I was in the winners bracket, okay, I would see your point. But I'm not. And
moving on.
The other 4 are, and congratulations to them.
We moving on.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Eric.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak your language yet.
Congratulations, Eric.
There you go.
Congratulations,
There's my
Eric.
response.
Congratulations.
Congrats, EP.
I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, congratulations to you and
You got that right.
Ooh,
Patrick, blame it on the stress from being at Chelsea.
Mike, bro, today, listen, I can't with this team in December. We'll have to talk about that on Monday, but I see Big Chew Poppy's here to wallow in my pain since Spurs won today, but yeah.
True story, Terry.
Did Chelsea lose to Atlanta United or something?
They lost to Atalanta United, yes.
Okay.
They sure did. After having a 1-0 lead, and then they lost. What is Totem? Did you switch teams, Big Chew Poppy? Totem is the best. Like on the totem pole? Is that what we're talking about?
It's Tuesday, right? Is it still Monday?
No, it's
Okay.
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Puppy, you're right. Hotspurs, baby, all the way. Let's go.
No, he said Totem. But anyways.
Nope. No, I know what he meant. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, before it gets too much further off the rails, Mr. Producer, what do you have for us tonight?
So let's go over picks real quick.
Okay.
So we had a lot of games to pick from. We have 2 people with losing records, so that kind of shows how great it went. And you technically have one by default because like you like skipped like a good bit of the games. So the winner of picks tonight with a record of 20-12.
Oh, the old man.
Oh man. Who
Mr.
did I say all last week? Congratulations on winning picks. Oh, I said that. That's right.
Thank you very much.
So he was the clear winner at 20-12. Second place at 17-15 was me. Third place.
Imagine that.
I'm not doing this again, Patrick. I finished first. I'm cheating. I finished last. I'm tanking to make it look like I'm not cheating.
You're flying a little under the radar.
There's a difference between purposely doing it and the other one is just come on, Patrick.
No, Virgil was really trying. I just did better.
See, and that's fair. I'll take that because you had a good FCS run. At 16-16 at third place is Patrick. Fourth place is Eric. And last place, sorry, bud, it's Ed.
Oh, I could have told you that. I was watching my picks all weekend, and it was not fun.
No, it was not. Patrick, you were the only person to pick Kennesaw State to beat Jacksonville State, so congratulations. Donnie, you were the only person to pick Tulane to beat North Texas. Patrick, you were the only person to pick Villanova to beat Lehigh. Ed, you did not drink the Virgil Kool-Aid, and you picked South Dakota to beat Mercer.
That is true.
And let me see. I think that is the only other one. Oh, no, Donnie. This one came in late Monday. You were the only person to pick the Chargers to beat the Eagles.
I'm a little upset that you left one of mine off.
I said Nova.
Did you say Nova?
Yeah, I said Nova.
Yep.
Okay.
You want me to say it again?
Please.
I'm not
This
going
is
to.
what happens when you don't pay attention.
You got to pay attention.
I was eating my cracker, okay?
The crunch must have messed with your ears.
Sure, let's go with that.
Or you're the last person. You're the last person that can make an age joke.
I said the crunching must have messed with your ears.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you're the last one that can make an age joke.
No, he didn't make an age joke.
How's that an age joke?
What? You see, he still can't hear. Finish your cracker.
I've got more. Thank you very much.
No, Lynn, nobody did.
No
one even entertained the idea that they were going to even have a shot in it. So
even I didn't take that flyer.
That's why we play the game.
Yeah, I was. I still want to know who Ed had. Still, hey,
He had Aaron Rodgers in that.
You're welcome, Mike. You're welcome.
Although clearly that was a touchdown bias, like unlikely they just didn't call it right.
Yeah, it's just
So
I feel gross, but
Donnie, is that your Rolls Royce or your Bentley?
This is my monster truck. Just taking it out for a run.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's the new purchase there, Jolly. That's the new purchase.
All right, guys, let's go ahead.
It's called Little Bigfoot.
Let's go ahead and just dive right in. Let's talk about the college football playoff. Oh, what? Ed, do you have something besides coughing?
I'm good now, guys. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I'm all right. Don't worry about me, okay? Don't worry about me.
So we're going to jump into the college football playoffs right away. Of course, on Sunday, they unveiled the field. And we have Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech as your top seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And then here are your matchups for the first round. You have number 12, James Madison, going to Oregon. We have number 9, Alabama, going to Oklahoma. Number 8, we have number 11, Tulane against number 6, Ole Miss, another rematch. And then we have Miami going to Texas A&M. So, of course, the big controversy here was that Alabama made it in. Alabama, Miami made it in over Notre Dame. So, of course, that led into really a domino effect with certain other actions with Notre Dame also foregoing their bowl game. So the question I'm going to go ahead and just ask the panel here, I'm not going to ask, are we all surprised? Because I think we already know that answer.
Correct.
But what is probably what's your biggest takeaway with this seeding? Because you can go a few routes. You can talk about that the SEC championship game was basically a meaningless game because you can lose in complete dog shit fashion like you did and still make it to
correct.
In fact, they are the only team that did not drop after losing their conference game that way. You can make a case about Miami getting in because they didn't even play their conference championship, although I think part of that's due to ACC incompetence.
That too.
Absolutely. ACC screwed this all up.
And that's from an ACC man right there, just so you guys know.
Notre Dame, of course, has their case. I think BYU has a case too. But really, to me, most of the anger seems to be at Miami when it really should be focused on Alabama.
I agree.
Because, guys, I don't know how many times I keep on saying this. They get away with it every single time when it happens. This happened in 2011. This happened in 2017. This happened to Florida State. Nothing new. There's this. Go ahead.
No, I interrupted you. Go finish your thought.
Yeah, there's this preconceived notion that Alabama draws people for games, like they're one of the biggest brands in football, and they are a big brand right now. But take a few 7-5 seasons, and it will be back to the old ages where it was back with Shula. Because I know how these fans are. And that's right. This is not a sustainable thing for them, especially because a 9-3 is considered a failure already. And the fact that they're going to be in a playoff game, and who knows, we could just be talking about 3 teams that are just going to be eliminated in the first round. It may not even be a matter. It may not even make a difference. We may just be complaining about nothing. But it's always been favoritism. That's just how it is. And I was honestly surprised to see them in this time, but I fell for
it. I think we all agree, honestly, Alabama has no business whatsoever. None. You're a 3-loss team. And then on top of that, you got embarrassed in the championship game. You didn't do absolutely nothing. And you're telling me that you have a higher percentage to make it to the college football playoffs over a Notre Dame team, over a Miami team, a higher seed on top of that. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
And they were looking at possible buyout scenarios after they lost to Florida State earlier in the year. And then they act like they deserve to be there. It's like, really? That was a bad loss. That's probably one of the worst losses this season.
Well, I think that's the point. I think the fact that of the people that were up for the CFP, of the teams, by far the worst loss was Alabama. Not even just losing they didn't lose barely to Florida State. They got beaten convincingly by Florida State.
Correct.
That's the problem that I have is it's not just the 3 losses. It's the fact it's to whom they lost. Yeah, but everyone's going to point to, well, you beat Georgia in Athens. Guess what? You also lost to them, late in the season handily in the SEC championship game. There's going to be the argument of, well, you shouldn't punish people.
I mean, I could see the committee doing this. Alabama lost by 1 point on a last second field goal to Georgia. It was a competitive game. I still don't buy it, but yeah, it's just, you got boat raced and you should be just out. Like, as soon as you got that bad loss, you're done. No question. Done.
Look at SMU last year, because Clemson beat them on a last second field goal. And there were even talks in about Alabama jumping them. And I think if that game got a lot further out, like more of a blowout for Clemson, that probably would have happened. But it didn't. It was only by 3 points. I don't understand how you can punish BYU for their loss, but not Alabama's.
Right.
So,
well, this committee is totally SEC biased to begin with.
Because it's ESPN, SEC.
Well, no, I mean, ultimately, it's going to basically, it's a business decision. It's money. That's what this all boils down to. It's money.
Eric, what are your thoughts?
I mean, Virgil's pretty much said everything. And Ed, I told you this. You remember this time last year how all of us were talking about how Alabama, thought they were going to get in and then they didn't. This is year 2 of the new 12-team playoff. You knew they weren't going to keep them out, because if they had them out the first 2 years of this new 12-team format. So
I get that. I get it. Listen, I am well aware of what's at play here, right? I think we all know that it was a business decision that was made last year. It wasn't made this year. This decision was made last year. The decision was made that Alabama was going to get in no matter what. Eric's only here so he doesn't get fined. Maybe, and so it's bullshit. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. Fined by who? His mom.
Yeah.
Well,
Eric,
I'm with Beeson. I hope Oklahoma absolutely knocks the dog shit out of Alabama.
Just boat races them. Oh, I cannot wait for that.
I rarely pick Oklahoma in anything like that, as we all know this. That may have to change this week.
Is this the one that everybody, just like they show that map of like who is rooting for who? It's
the
like
entire country.
The entire country just rooting against Alabama.
What would be? I mean, if they win that game, though, then they'll be like, well, see, we should have been in. But then what if they lose in the second round type of thing? But
I don't think a win. See, I never liked that argument about, well, if we win a game, that means we deserve to be in. No, it just means you took advantage of an opportunity you shouldn't have had.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. To me, that doesn't really. I mean, I understand why people say it, but me personally, that does not translate to me like that.
So, Eric, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Depends if I give you an answer. But
I mean, you can ask the question.
Well. So, how do you feel about, given what's happened, about Notre Dame skipping the bowl bid?
I mean, at this point, what's the Ed is ducking? What's the point of playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl with your 12-string running back? Because it's getting to this point, and it's been well before this year, the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, maybe longer, where all these huge names have opted out, and it's like you don't even have the same team. And that's what they ultimately came down to, is that when coach talked to the captains, they said, yeah, coach, we'd love to play, but all these guys that are going to opt out and get ready for the draft, it's not going to be the same team that we played with for 12 weeks of the year. Like, but I know everybody's
But
saying
isn't it a chance? Isn't it a chance to see what your team's going to look like next year in a competitive game?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it, because there's going to be so much layoff between now and next August that I don't think this game right here is going to matter.
Virgil had an interesting take on this, and that he told us yesterday. And honestly, because I was on the before we had the conversation with Virgil, I was on this is bullshit of Notre Dame opting out because they didn't get into the playoffs. I'll be honest, straight up, like I think it was bullshit. But then Virgil brought up this great scenario, which, in my opinion, has changed my mind on this.
Well, I'm surprised you actually. Okay, so basically what I was telling Ed was, if you've gone through the past few months with having this scenario come up where all of a sudden you were safe in the playoff. It looks like you were going to be in shoe-in. We all thought they were going to be shoe-in. I did not know anybody who did not think they were. And then you were talking about, well, Miami beat them head-to-head, which, they talk about Miami being you head-to-head. They talk about not being in a conference. They talk about your schedule, although Miami played a lot of the same teams. You almost basically had ESPN working against you, trying to basically keep you out of this playoff one way or another. They succeeded in that. Notre Dame is a lot bigger brand than a lot of these other schools. Ohio State's probably the only one that comes close to them. They have the money to do something like this. Why would they give ESPN any sort of revenue after what happened? Because I know right now the AD's focused on Miami and ACC. His focus is on the wrong place. It should be ESPN, SEC. So the idea of, and honestly, I wish Florida State did the same thing. They don't have the means to. That's why they didn't. But Florida State was completely justified in not doing that bowl game. And honestly, Notre Dame should be the same.
Real quick, I just want to answer Terry's question. So she was not at the game. We were in Kansas City this weekend. I took one of my boys to see KU basketball against Missouri at the T-Mobile Center. And then she took the other two boys to Science City over there at Union Station. So she was not at that game. But KU won by 20. So that was a good day. Anytime you can beat Missouri in any sport, especially basketball, it's a good day.
I was just going to say, to your point, Virgil, about the AD, going after the ACC. I mean, I get it. The thing is, I didn't see the press conference, but I know what he said on Dan Patrick, and I know he kind of reiterated some of that stuff about they feel, this harm of the ACC kind of attacked Notre Dame. And I'm like, well, you're not in the conference in football, and Miami is. They're going to fight for their member school in the football scenario. And if you don't like that, that's too bad. Now, I don't know if the ACC went too far or not, but you're right. They have a bigger beef with the SEC ESPN combo bias than anything. They should be teaming up with the ACC to call that out.
Thank you, Brett.
Speaking of calling out, this does not fix the problem.
Correct.
No.
BYU.
Here's the thing. BYU is a good example. Here's the thing. Last year was a complete doomsday scenario for everybody who was saying you had to join a conference. That conference superiority was the way to go. Because think about all the hype with the SEC versus Big Ten that was going. Notre Dame makes the championship game as an independent. If they win that game, that basically means conferences don't matter.
Technically, they don't matter anymore anyways.
They don't matter anymore anyway. So no, joining a conference, they don't need to. At this point, if they didn't join a conference back in 2020, they're not joining one now. There's no reason to at this point.
Right. And Phil, the other part of this is Alabama made it in, and they got boat race in their own conference, so it doesn't really matter if you win a conference championship, which is what everybody was supposed to be saying, right? You're a 3-loss team who got your ass handed to you in the conference championship, and you still were handed a ticket to the playoffs. So no, conferences don't matter. Big Ten doesn't matter.
ACC didn't have either team from their conference championship get in. And I was trying to say earlier, but my connection was bad. When Virgil was talking about the having a team play in there and do bad. I mean, look what Duke did. Duke took advantage of that situation as well by being in there and winning, and that it was going to get them nowhere. I mean, all that did was help Miami get in.
And Donnie makes a point there about the game itself, and I know we're still kind of talking about it, but at some point, if we talk about the championship weekend games themselves, especially like the Big Ten game, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts once we get to that point, kind of your thoughts on the games this weekends themselves, because that one was a really good game. Most of the others were not. I mean, there's a few others, but yeah, especially the Big Ten game. So when we get to it, I would be curious what you guys thought of that, because Indiana, I mean, it's maybe surprised quite a few people.
Well, Duke's been a better team all year long than their record. They just lost some games they shouldn't have lost, and they won some games they shouldn't have won. I mean, that goes back to the refereeing in the ACC, which we all know is crap too. And I'm not going to belabor the point because we know that Clemson got robbed. That doesn't change anything. It happened, and it's what it is. And only because of that happening did Duke win a tiebreaker or even be in a position to get in the tiebreaker. That whole system is flawed as well. And to the problem of none of this fixing anything, unfortunately, the committee and ESPN, the only solution they're going to offer is we'll go to a 16 team, because then they can pretty much guarantee Notre Dame's going to be one of the top 15 teams every year, and that solves that. And it gives them room to put more SEC teams in. So that's what's going to end up being their solution. That doesn't still fix the problem. That just changes the problem.
And listen, I'm going to go ahead and say this because I know this is kind of a sticking point with me with a lot of stuff. It is not a true football playoff if every conference is not represented. Period. I don't want to hear this whole, we don't need group of 5 teams in there. No. If you want to be a true, legitimate playoff, every conference should be represented. If only there was some sort of playoff format in the lower league that they worked the kinks out already, and that actually sounds like that may work.
Patrick, is that the VCS?
Yes, sir. That is indeed the VCS. Yes, sir.
Oh, so we're hyping VCS. Okay.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Because I will make my own damn bracket if I have to.
Please.
Yeah, next year you need to do that. We need to show the world the VCS and the Virgil playoff rankings, the VPR.
It's actually called the Virgil Conference Subdivision. Thank you very much, but that's okay.
Yeah, but we're going to have a weekly ranking show that's going to be the VRP.
Which at this point, it's pointless to have those weekly ranking shows anyway.
It absolutely is.
Well, Eric, and one point. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, and this is completely unrelated, but I've told you guys this for years, that what's the point of doing these? Hey, if the season ended in week 3, who gets in? Like, I've never liked any of that type of stuff. So
no, and that was going to be my point. Is just to echo what you're saying. Is actually, and then in this case, this year, that Tuesday night show really made everything misleading, and it's made it demonstrably worse because you've got these Tuesday night shows that ESPN profits from every Tuesday with viewership and with numbers, and in every single poll leading up to the last one, the final one where Notre Dame was left out, even though Notre Dame played Miami in week 1, they constantly were ranked in front of Miami until they said, and it sounds like with the way that they did it, they didn't even take the head-to-head into account until this past week.
All right. Did you say Tuesday night show where they profit? So you're talking about us?
Well, I mean, they should give you a kickback if they're going to use your name.
Well, no, I'm just saying you said Tuesday night and profit, so I thought you were talking about our show.
So
well, no, they should be watching this show instead of that ESPN stuff. That's for sure.
So this one's actually a good point here about Oregon's ranking at number 5. To me, they are not a 5th seed. The problem is I don't know who would be, because you look at the seeds, you have Ole Miss. See, I think Texas A&M and Ole Miss should have been flipped, in my opinion. Like, Ole Miss has some of the seeding does not make sense to me. Oregon as a 5 is definitely not the same Oregon team as last year. They've definitely looked very suspect. So, I don't know. I was a little surprised when I saw Oregon as 5.
Yeah, Tech's been a better team all year.
I think the only reason
than Oregon.
I think the only reason that Ole Miss is ranked ahead of A&M.
I mean,
I think it's because Ole Miss lost to Georgia in their only loss, and Texas A&M lost to a three-loss Texas team.
Were you waving?
I meant A&M, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, are you waving to us? Hello,
I don't know,
Donnie. We're all here.
No, yeah, Virgil, you're kind of talking about that. Yeah, it kind of surprised me that. Yes, I understand Ohio State hadn't lost all season, and hope that possum or whatever you ran over is fine. Where, yes, they lost to essentially what was the number 2 seed, now the number 1 seed, where they only dropped to the 2 seed, and now they're 12-1 versus Georgia, who won big, and they're also 12-1. But they're at 3, so I thought they might have flip-flopped them and put Georgia at 2 after their win and Ohio State at 3. So I was kind of surprised that they only dropped them. Again, I know it was to the now who's the number 1 team, undefeated Indiana. I just thought they might have flipped a couple spots instead of just go down 1. That's the only. Ed, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm doing my cough drops. Ohio State should have dropped to number 3. They didn't win the Big Ten. Georgia won their conference.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia should have been number 2, then Ohio State.
Yeah,
it wasn't a bad loss whatsoever.
No.
But just the way that the one team, they both have the same record. One won their conference championship, one
and
didn't.
One lost.
I thought they would have flipped those two, but
I agree.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's another point with the conference championships. Just don't make any sense with what they're doing.
And listen, I'm a Cleveland guy here, right? Like, I'm not an Ohio State graduate, but I root for Ohio State, and I agree. I think it should have been number 3, and I don't like Georgia at all.
Yeah, I'm not a Georgia fan. Everyone knows that, but I do think they should have been the number 2 seed based on their results and based on the result of the SEC championship game.
All right, so let me ask you this: Can I pose a question for you guys then? And I don't know if you guys asked this already.
Before you do that, let me answer this question. Tulane and Ole Miss. Ole Miss is 17.5. Oregon, James Madison. Oregon is 21.5. And we can talk about spreads all we want, but and I know it's another level. But after Illinois State being North Dakota State and FCS, I'm not putting anything out of doubt at this point.
Was that 5 interception game?
Yes, that was the 5 interception game, and they still somehow won. And
That's wild.
That's just going to be a big head scratcher to me. Like, I
will
never understand that.
All right, so here's the question for you guys: if you were to re-rank, and be honest about that, right? If you were to re-rank all the college football playoff bracket, how would you do it? Would you do 1 Indiana, 2 Georgia, 3 Ohio State, 4 Texas State? Does those 4 like that?
I would, yeah.
I would actually flip Tech and Ohio State. The only reason is just because Tech won their conference.
So you dropped them all the way from 1 to 4?
No, I would put Indiana 1. I would put
right.
Georgia 2, Texas Tech 3, Ohio State 4.
So Ohio State would have gone 1 to 4 then, because they were the 1 seed, before that game, then you say they
Oh,
would have
sorry.
dropped
Okay.
four
Okay.
instead of
Yeah. I thought you meant currently. That's why I got confused.
no. Where they were prior to that game, so you would have dropped them instead of, because I was thinking 3, just flip them in Georgia, but you say all the way down. And then Joe says that they can't, they don't want them to play Indiana in the semifinals. So putting them at 4, would that do the same thing then?
It would
I
do.
would put them in the semifinals.
That's
Yeah,
why
so
That's why if
number.
you were to put Ohio State at number 3, and then Georgia 2, Ohio State and Indiana would not meet each other until the championship if they were to make it through the poll bracket.
Well, you could have changed the lower ones as well. If you're going to flop these around, there's some other movements you could have done to prevent that. Because I agree, it should be a reward to win your conference championship, like Eric is saying. Like Virgil's saying, to move Texas Tech ahead of Ohio State as well. Ohio State, yeah, you lost. You were number 1. You lost to number 2. But the other 2 won their conference championship, so they should jump you as well. And you should be the best of the ones who lost the conference championship, not ahead of anybody who won it.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm still trying to make conference championships somewhat relevant. I know it seems like it's a hard thing to do.
You're on a hill that you're going to die on by yourself, Virgil, because the committee doesn't matter to them at all.
Well, considering in the past 5 minutes, I basically said, screw it, I'm making my own bracket. I mean, may as well die on all these hills.
Well, I think we're going to go over and move to your hill because I like your hill better.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so Eric, you still keep Ohio State at 3? Or moving down to 4?
Yeah, I can see now that we've talked about it more. I could see them, because if you're trying to avoid having them play Indiana until, but then again, does it matter where they play them? Because you just had
it doesn't matter.
And Oklahoma already play each other, and they're playing each other again. Same for Ole Miss and Tulane. So as long as it's not like the first round, I think it would be fine. But now that we've talked about it, I'd probably say instead of 3, dropped into 4. That would make sense since both Tech and Georgia won their championship games.
The only change that I would make at this point, I would keep Oregon at 5. I don't see any reason why moving Oregon out of there. I would just remove Alabama. I get Alabama out of there, and then bring Notre Dame.
Would you, Virgil, say Ole Miss, or maybe you already said it, Ole Miss over Oregon? Flip them.
I would rather flip Texas A&M. And okay, what I would if I'm seeding this, A&M would be 5th, Oregon would be 6th, Ole Miss 7th, Oklahoma 8th, Alabama shot out of a cannon. So put Miami. I still feel like BYU had a better case than Miami, honestly, but that's really no one's talking about that, sadly. So if I'm just going off the rankings there, I would put Miami. I would put Alabama probably below Miami.
Yeah, because if you had Notre Dame ranked ahead of Miami for the last 4 or 5 weeks, then you would put them in the Alabama slot, one ahead of Miami if you put both Notre Dame and Miami in there, and Alabama out. So that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because, of course, your Tulane and James Madison are going to just be your 11 and 12. That is what it is. So, yeah, it should be Notre Dame instead of Alabama in the 9 slot, Miami in the 10 slot, because that's how the rankings were playing out to begin with.
With what Michael's saying here, I'd be curious, because I know we've talked about this over the last week or two. I'll be curious to see what these first 4, Indiana, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas Tech, I'm curious to see how they do in round 2, because all these other teams that will have advanced and just played the previous week, whereas then they're just playing for the first time in 3-ish weeks, basically. And that layoff is not as quite as big as regular bowl season. I guess at least still is, but used to be, where I felt like a team would finish and then play like what seemed like 3 months later, basically. So I know we talked about last year's top 4. I'd be curious to see how that all pans out this year with the top 4 and what happens coming off their bye for their essentially their first game.
Honestly,
Yeah, because they all.
The one that
One
I would say would be that's in danger of losing because of their bye would be Texas Tech, who they would play the winner of Oregon James Madison.
See, I actually disagree with that. I think it would be Georgia.
Yeah, I think Georgia's got the harder one.
Who
Because those guys are going to be waiting for 3 weeks, and everybody else has only got to wait 2 weeks to play their game.
This is assuming
I agree with
Lane, to be fair.
Well, Texas Tech is waiting also the same amount.
So it would be Ole Miss, Georgia.
Yes.
It would be Ole Miss, Georgia.
If
Did
Tulane
they play
was-
this year?
I don't think that. I feel like they did. Let me see.
Because what's Ole Miss's? Ole Miss
Ole Miss lost to Georgia.
That's
so
right.
that was their only loss. Was it close? I don't remember that game.
That was
It was until the fourth quarter.
43-35.
Mm.
So the thing though is that like I'm
I'm
Like
going to
if
stick with Oregon, Texas Tech. That game is going to be, to me, Oregon is a much better team, in my opinion, than Texas Tech.
Oregon cannot handle defensive fronts very well. Indiana kind of exposed them on that, and that's what Texas Tech pretty much has. So that's really not a good matchup for Oregon, in my opinion.
Again,
I think if you have a bad loss out of those bye teams again this year, especially if one of the top ones, like if Ohio State, Georgia, or Indiana, for whatever reason, lose bad, then I guarantee you there'll be 16 teams next year, and there won't be any buys.
I will be shocked if Indiana loses the first game.
Oh, I would be too. But I'm just saying, if something weird like that happens where one of the top guys stumbles bad and loses, or even if it's super close against somebody they shouldn't be close to because of that extra bye week, those teams, everybody's going to be like, we got to get rid of buys. Let's just make it 16 teams and everybody plays.
Mike, this isn't 2007.
still,
13,
your guys are giving Texas Tech a lot of credit for what I'm going to stick with Oregon. I think Oregon is a much better team overall.
Okay, that's fair. Like I said, I think it'll be a good game either way.
Oh, it's going to be great. January 1st game.
I like how
my God.
I do like how we're talking about this and then watch it be James Madison beat both of them somehow.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh,
I would-
That would be awesome, though.
That would be
That'd be
completely
so
good. I
awesome.
would be-
That's like a George Mason going to the Final Four type.
Absolutely.
I don't believe in Zach. Cover your ears. I don't believe in Alabama or Oklahoma. Indiana.
Well, one of them's going to have to win.
Yeah, I know, but for them to beat Indiana. Indiana's good, guys. I watched that Big Ten championship. That's a good team.
Indiana, Oklahoma may literally be a 5-3 game.
It could be.
Like I'm not even.
Which one is that? Is that the Peach
That's the Rose Bowl
Rose? Oh, that's right, Rose Bowl.
because the Big Ten championship.
That's
the
right.
champion. And then SEC is the Sugar Bowl. So the Cotton Bowl is Ohio State, and then the Peach Bowl, the Orange Bowl is Texas Tech. The Peach Bowl is the semifinal, with Fiesta Bowl being the other semifinal.
Yeah, Phil's not wrong there. We love a Cinderella story in basketball, not in football.
Why do you think that is? Like, but we know March Madness for basketball, but why do people seem to be?
Zach, that would be hilarious. Please you do. Please do if you do. And then please record it.
Probably because there's 60-something teams versus 12. I don't
And
know.
again, this is a brand new year for 12 teams. We've never really had this, so they really hasn't built up any kind of momentum when it comes to any kind of Cinderella stories or anything like that. Technically, if you had a Cinderella team to this year, it would either be either James Madison or Tulane. That's it, really.
Well, and also with March Madness, there's so many top teams, there's so many blue blood teams, and then there's so many teams that have a great run, but there are so many smaller schools. I mean, just the tournament itself, it's like 4 days, 2 weeks in a row. It's just you live for that upset. It's like NASCAR. You wait for the crash. In football, you just don't want that. You want the blue bloods to battle it out, and you want the 4 best teams at the top.
I don't. I'm
Well, I don't either. I'm just saying, like the people.
Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to ask Virgil. I watched that game Friday night. What happened to your future quarterback? He didn't look great at all.
I don't know.
It kind of brought him back at one point and got it a little bit close, but how many interceptions? Like 4 or 5. I feel like he had a ton of interceptions. I don't know what his.
I thought he had 3. Let me pull up.
Because didn't Morris coach that game?
I think both Morris and Summerall were at their games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Summerall, I'm pretty sure it was him and not just some parody, but I'm pretty sure I saw that he said he had 2 phones and basically 2 jobs going on right now because he's coaching in the playoff, and then obviously he has these stuff he has to do with Florida. So he said he's trying to do double duty right now.
Yeah, Mr. Maker had 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. I think Tulane just had a game plan for them.
Yeah, Tulane looked really good in that game.
Did JMU? Did that dude coach?
Chesney, yes. I think Chesney did.
Kenny, okay.
So not Kenny, no. So I think the reason why Morris probably struggled for for coaching Texas, North Texas, was that he probably had those plate of cheese fries when he was up in Stillwater beforehand. You know, those can affect a lot of things. Like if you're not used to them, like you're in a food coma.
So is Lane the only one then not coaching his team that took another job already that's in the playoff? Because if Summerall and Kenny are both still coaching, Lane's not.
Yeah, I think
running
Lane's
back.
I think Lane's the only one not coaching.
Lane's the only one that lied too.
So
well, he basically made a lateral conference move, and these other guys are moving up to bigger schools and better opportunities. So smaller schools, like, yeah, let's try to get us there.
But you worked your ass off. You coached your all year, that Ole Miss to the college football playoff, and then you just like drop it to go to LSU. Jesus.
If you guys waited until after the playoff, do you think you would have hired somebody else, Patrick? And if so, who? Because I mean, at this point, why don't you just wait, let him finish it out, and then hire him if that's the guy you want? Why does he have to be hired on a certain date?
I think it had a couple of factors. I think the National Signing Day, the early National Signing Day being what it was, they wanted to have somebody in place. But also, Donnie, I'm just putting out there what they're talking about. You can bark later.
I know. I'm just saying that's just a worthless opinion because nobody cares about early signing day. But I get that that's the narrative in the national media and these schools are like, we got to have a coach in place so these players know who they're going to play for. It's like, it's early signing day. They can change. NIL's going to bring different people in. That's an antiquated system in itself. But go ahead.
Both LSU and Ole Miss basically gave him an ultimatum to say, we need a decision, and that's who they wanted. And so, I mean, you can hate him for it, and you can hate him for it all you want, but
I will. Don't worry.
That's fine. It's
already done.
He was told to make a decision, and he made it. And
why lie? Why lie? What's the point of lying?
Lie about what?
Lie to his players.
I'm not Lane. Only Lane can answer that.
You said you were all defending of all Lane things, so I need you to defend him.
When did I say I was a defender of all Lane things?
At the beginning of the whole show.
No, I said I was on the Lane train because he's at LSU. I never said that I was.
You're defending Lane. That's your boy now. Lane train. Here we go.
Ed, stay on your lane.
Yeah. No, I mean, if honestly, I've said about Lane all along, I think that he should have stayed at Ole Miss. I think that was the best place for him. Because I think that, and I know Eric has said this when this first came out. I think it was Eric, about the real loser in this are the players, and that's who I feel the worst for is the Ole Miss players. They get to keep Pete Golding, which is great, but it has definitely messed with what they have, with what they've done. I know they get a lot of the offensive staff minus Lane back for the CFP, which is great.
Charlie Weiss Jr.
And I forget all the other names, but like the offensive line coach is back. I mean, they brought back all the ones that are going to LSU except for Lane.
Virgil, I had a separate, unrelated question. I don't know if it's a credible source, but have you heard anything? Supposedly, Andy Kotelnicki may be going back to KU because Matt Campbell's now at Penn State, and so he doesn't want Kotelnicki there.
I have not heard that.
Okay, I saw somebody just report it like before the show, and I don't know how credible it is. I'd love to have him back because I thought KU's offense was pretty good with him, and then obviously he wanted that job, and I'm pretty sure they said Matt Campbell doesn't want him now that he took over Penn State. So I haven't heard any more or who I saw that from, how credible it was, but I'd be happy if he came back. We need a new defensive coordinator too at that point, but I'd be glad to have Kotelnicki back if he does leave Penn State.
Let me look into that.
Because he was with Leipold for years and then finally got a good opportunity. But overall, I mean, Penn State made the playoff last year in his first year, but obviously this year he wasn't that great. So I'd be curious to see where that ends up if he ultimately end up going back to KU. I mean, I would love that if he came back, but they also need to bring in a different defensive coordinator because DK McDonald's not cutting it.
Let me see if I have any. Do a quick search and see if there's any.
Oh no, we can hear the keyboard typing. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's a few reports about him possibly returning.
I would love that if that happens.
But he's also linked to the Michigan State OC job.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, no, that's kind of a.
I know KU's not a big football school, but I think they'd have more success at this point than what Michigan State hasn't been anything for a while in football.
Nah, not since D'Antonio, in my opinion. So yeah, that's kind of. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll have to see.
Yeah,
about that one. So other college football news, unless you guys don't want to talk about this, I don't know what else we really can talk about. We will be going over the games also, the conference games, just to go over opinions on that. But we also have some Heisman finalists. We have 4.
Yeah, I saw that.
We have Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana, Julian Sayin out of Ohio State, Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame, and Diego Pavia out of Vanderbilt. So I feel like this is Mendoza's to lose, but I don't know anymore after last week.
Yeah, I feel like neither quarterback showed a whole lot. Now, obviously, Indiana won, but even then, I didn't think Mendoza looked great. Didn't they both have an interception at least?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, last I saw, odds were on favorite were Pavia, but I'm just like, yeah, I mean,
what he was able to do against Tennessee, though, was pretty impressive.
His the numbers overall compared to other Heismans and even the recent, I was looking at, and I think I asked Patrick this. Joe Burrow had 6,000 yards, which is absolutely insane when he won in 2019, and then these guys all have half of that. Which still 3,000 yards is good, but I feel like most of the Heismans over the past however many years have all had at least 4,000 yards, roughly, or more. And then this year they're barely over 3,000, 3,100. So no one really jumps out to me as like a odds-on, like for sure favorite at this point of the 4. I mean, I think they're probably the 4 most deserving. I guess you could have another person in there, but I think those are the four most, deserving that out of anybody, which just means it was not. I mean, those are good numbers, but not like a great overall year for like one particular person.
I personally would see Love to win it because
I was going to say, how do you see Love's stats as a running back? I know they're not equal, but I'm just saying, like, how did Love as a running back do in comparison to them as a quarterback to previous running backs and quarterbacks?
Well, the problem with Love stats is I look at last year with Genty not winning over Hunter, and Genty's stats were kind of almost like. Let me pull up. I'm sorry. Let me pull up Love stats. I mean, Genty's stats were damn near impressive. I mean, Love stats, I have 1,372 yards, 18 touchdowns, and then 3 receiving touchdowns. Great year for a running back. Definitely worth Heisman looks. But I don't know. I'm afraid this is just turning into a quarterback award.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%.
So that's why. I mean, I'm glad he's invited, but still, I don't know what to make of it.
I'm going to stick to the running back wins every year, ending in 5.
And
I think he's going to surprise.
I hope he does. I'm okay with really any of them except for Pavia.
Wow, so much hate for Pavia.
Well, I'm sorry. He campaigned his own way. He Joey Harrington his way into the Heisman.
I was going to say he's a knockoff version of Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing, and you already know how I feel about Johnny Manziel. So,
and I don't know what Johnny Manziel's mom looked like either.
True story,
Donnie. But if Diego Pavia wins, he'll be the worst Heisman winner since Travis Hunter.
No, that's funny. That's a good one.
But what was it? Joey Harrington says, like, can we just stop panning to Pavia's mom every single time? Like, can we just stop, please? Well, you know it's going to get worse in the NFL.
What are you saying, Joey Galloway?
Joey Galloway, not Harrington. Joey Galloway. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I don't think he will in the NFL. He has to make the NFL first, and Homeboy's trying to find another. He's trying to find another way to get into college again. He saw Alan Bowman, and he's like, I want to do that.
Well, he's also making money in college. You know what I mean?
The guy that could not throw the ball more than 6 yards downfield, it had to be a lateral or a side, pass into the flats. That Alan Bowman.
You're right. The last winning Bedlam quarterback, Alan Bowman. Yeah, that one.
Ooh, cooking Zach over here.
Listen, I have to pick OU over Alabama in the playoffs. Let me at least have a little Bedlam cooking. I need this. I don't feel good picking that game. Like, I'd rather have a toe cut off at that point. Okay, so let's go over some of these college. Let's go over some of these conference games real quick. So on Friday, we had Tulane beating North Texas 34-21. Like I said, we've already kind of talked about that one. Mr. Maker did not have a good game on that. Tulane really came with a game plan to try to shut down that offense. And of course, like Terry said, they also rushed their running back earlier. So that may have played a hand into it. They had to probably be a little off balance.
Was he too busy trying to find what fraternity he'd be at Oklahoma State weeks leading up to that game?
Good possibility. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Probably went to Old Monk or Iron Monk.
Iron Monk.
Yeah. Next, we have James Madison beating Troy 31-14. I was a little surprised by the score in the first half because Troy kept it close, and then James Madison kind of
all right, it's over.
Yeah, fully pulled away. I do not think James Madison's quarterback had the best game either. Now, he only had 93 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They're mostly kind of a defensive team, so kind of have to keep our eyes and see how they do, but not a win that would breed confidence into the playoffs. Kennesaw State beat Jacksonville State in the Conference USA Championship 19-15. Congratulations, Patrick, for picking that one. Boise State beat UNLV 38-21 in the Mountain West. And now let's talk about our Saturday game. So we're going to start with I want to go in the order here of what time they started. So we're going to start with BYU, Texas Tech. Texas Tech shut down BYU 34-7. I know there were kind of people that, and me included, that were thinking BYU kind of probably made a better game out of this. They probably had a better case to be in it. I was hoping they were going to win just so they could knock out and have two Big 12 teams, but this wasn't in the cards. We have Western Michigan beating Miami of Ohio 23-13. We have Georgia just completely shutting down Alabama 28-7. We've talked about so much with the Alabama Georgia game. Mm-hmm. We haven't even talked about the negative rushing stats for the entire game for Alabama. -3. That just screams playoff team to me, doesn't it?
The only thing is that, and I'm not trying to defend it, but I think they skew it because they take into consideration sack yardage.
I took the sack yardage out.
Yikes.
Was that still not? I thought that was part of what made them negative.
Let me go back and take a look.
And I could be wrong, but that's the only thing I think that I don't really care for is that, and not in the NFL, but in college, they include sack yardage as negative rushing yards.
Okay, my bad. I misread that. The sack yardage is not out. So we'll take the sack yardage out. So that means they had, let's see, carry the 3 yards.
Yeah, you did that pretty good. I wonder if you should do that for your profession.
Give it a shot.
Here and there.
Something to count on. So,
bye, Donnie.
So this really was Georgia's best game so far. They've really kind of had a season of, I'm not going to say mediocrity, but they were definitely down a step.
Or two.
Or two. Is this the game that basically catapults them where people are going to be thinking this is the Georgia that we know again? Or was this just kind of a one-off?
No one likes Georgia anyways. Let's be honest. Who cares?
I don't hate Georgia. I just kind of...
I don't hate them. I just don't like them.
That makes sense. I don't have any opinion about Georgia.
I have no hate. I just don't care. Sorry.
You have no hate just in general?
Oh no, there's hate for people. Don't know. Georgia,
any names or teams?
Virgil,
write this down.
Yeah, but he knows all these already.
Oh, I thought there'd be new ones.
No new ones. No new ones this year.
Okay, never mind. I tried Virgil.
We're good. No, we're good. I appreciate that. I appreciate what you did, though. I appreciate that.
So if anything would affect the seeding, I think I already got all the teams that I put in there.
Already? Wow.
Damn.
We're not even to January or February yet. We already got the March bracket ready.
I may have already done some work on it.
Did you put Reese back in there?
No, I know Reese is kind of trending down because there's some new ones in there. And in fact, we have a brand new number 1 seed that I'm actually going to go ahead and say I think will probably win the whole thing.
Wow. And wasn't it Modell this year?
It was Modell this year, and Modell cannot be part of it twice.
Wow, you can't have back-to-back national champions?
Not from the way I'm going to do this. No, you cannot have back-to-back national champions.
I have an idea.
Because the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to...
I wasn't there the entire term. Yes, there is. There's hate. But not for Georgia. I just don't really care. It's just they've never been on like oh, everybody's like, oh my God, Georgia this, Georgia. I'm like, I don't care.
I will have a separate showcase where the winner of this tournament will go up against Modell.
Whew, that may be the best matchup. The champion of champions, whatever, however you want to call it.
Ooh, all right. I like that.
Is that the Dad Hat Super Cup?
The Queens Kings tournament?
Super Cup, Community Shield, call whatever you want.
And Brad is correct also about this one. I forgot to just mention this one. I don't know if you guys mentioned it.
Colorado was on the playoffs last year.
The military war dogs, Brett, that hat guy that sent us all hats.
Same guy.
Thanks for the hat, Brett.
So now we need to talk about our last 2 games One because I thought it was one of the better games this weekend, and the other one because of the implications it had. First, we'll start in the Big Ten. Indiana pulling it out against Ohio State. I think only 2 of us picked Indiana to win this game. Me being one. I think, Patrick, you may have been the second. I don't remember. I have to go back and look. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little surprised they were able to do it. I thought this was going to be the game that Indiana was going to stumble at. They definitely played an Indiana-style game, very low scoring, a lot of good defensive plays. Ohio State really could not move the ball that well until probably until like the later on in the game. I mean, their
that
stats
kick did not help either.
No. But their stats were definitely a lot lower. Yeah, when they missed the kick, you know who we thought of when they missed the kick.
Get rid of the kicking game.
Tried to tell you.
100% thought about Eric. Eric is like, I told you. They're not football players.
So I know we have a bracket. I know this is still early. I know matchups are going to be a thing with this, and there could be mismatches. But were these two, would you consider these two? Was this basically a preview of the finals?
I would say no.
You think someone's going to beat one of them? Okay,
I can see it. Yeah.
Is your preview James Madison versus Tulane?
Yes.
If that happened, oh my goodness,
that would be the
ratings would be terrible. But I would love to watch that game.
Oh my god, I would so be there. We should, if that ever happens.
Go live.
We'll go live. We'll watch it live. That would be amazing. Hell,
I mean, you would lose the Barstool crowd, but that's really it.
That would be so awesome, though. Oh, be great. I'm going to disagree with Eric. I think we did see a preview of the national championship. Those are tough teams. Those 2 teams.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're top 2 teams for a reason, but I'm just kind of surprised at this point.
If you were to pick, then who would make it out of those 2?
Ohio State.
You think so?
Yeah, I know they beat Oregon and they beat Ohio State, but I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like it'd be Ohio. I don't know. I still feel at this point, even though they lost, that Ohio State's the better team.
I'm not going to disagree with you there. I still think Ohio State was a better team.
Because I think if Ohio State had, I don't know, Mbappe or something, maybe he could have kicked that field goal for him.
They had a better kicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go soccer player type of. Get somebody from the soccer team. Dallas Cowboys have a Notre Dame soccer player that's just bombing every field goal. He's the best field goal kicker right now in the game.
Yeah.
Can we please put it in the record that Eric actually willingly named a soccer player?
You're welcome. Tune in Mondays, 7:30, 8:30, 7:30 to. You're welcome.
Good job out of you. Good job out of you, buddy. Good job out of you.
Won't be there, but we will.
He may be in the comments. You never know.
He may be watching.
I try to, but nobody ever responds to my comments.
Oh, I
do.
You
didn't see any of the comments yesterday.
Not yesterday.
I was going to say, because I would have.
Yesterday. So I went to bed super early because I had to travel for work. And I was just like on a Monday.
Yeah,
driving like 3 hours. I was done. I was like, I'm out. So yeah, I didn't make it yesterday. A week or 2 ago, I commented a couple of different times. I didn't watch. I commented and then got off, so I didn't even see.
Right, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I was like, maybe they did respond, but you didn't respond immediately. So I was just like, eh.
No, he was commenting FCS stuff when we were on the soccer portion.
Oh, okay. Good job,
me. We did answer you. It's like, well, if Eric is still here, and then you never.
Yes, Terry, I would agree. They should have. Get rid of the kicking game and go for it.
They were so close to it. I would have gone for it because that would have been a punt.
Yeah, because what was it? 20? Was it 25-yarder?
Yeah, it was.
It was close, and he missed it that bad. Like
exactly. I would have gone for it as well.
It's not chip shot, but about as close as you can as a chip shot, and the fact it was wide left, wasn't it?
Yep.
It
just went from one side to the other. It was just
we were in Kansas City, and I had that and the Duke Virginia game on because we had 2 TVs in our room. So I had both games going on, but then we left and we had a super late dinner. We went to Cheesecake Factory, and we don't have one yet in Wichita. We're supposed to be getting one maybe next year. But since we were up in Kansas City, we had that for a super, super late dinner and had a couple nice cheesecakes. But yeah, so I watched in and out of that game, but I thought I remember seeing that he kicked that super wide left.
It was a 27-yarder. And a quick question about Cheesecake Factory. How long did it take you to read the menu?
723 minutes.
Something about right.
Christ.
There's an ASMR video of someone reading the Cheesecake Factory menu.
I'm not surprised.
I think that might have been Zach's first time there.
And it took an hour.
For real?
Yeah. I
think Zach and I ended up getting different burgers, and then when we saw I've been to Cheesecake Factory, but it's been quite some time. So when they were taking other slices of cheesecake over to other tables, we all looked at each other and were like, we're not each getting our own. We're getting 2 and splitting it between the 5 of us. And we barely made it through both of those because those slices are huge.
Yeah, they are.
And so good.
Yeah.
I was just telling Donnie that's what we had late Saturday night. We were up in Kansas City. We went Cheesecake Factory.
Man, I was there. Oh, go ahead, Patrick. Sorry.
No, I love their Louisiana chicken pasta. That stuff is serious. Whew.
Only time and first time I've been to Cheesecake Factory was back in the spring. We were up for like February or March. Actually, wasn't even spring. Like, hockey game. We went for a Checkers game, and all of our friends went there. That's the first time I'd ever been there. It's fantastic.
So, guys, let's talk about the game that screwed up everything.
That wasn't me. That was not me. That was not me.
Ice cream paint job.
Oh,
that's sweet.
I promise you that wasn't me.
Well, it's too late now. Like we've already moved on back to our sensible selves. Although we'll talk. I swear to God, Ed, I'm gonna.
That was live audio of Ed.
Oh no, this is gonna be. Well, here Ed's gonna do it again because this also came in the mail today.
What?
This is the last thing we needed was a soundboard.
No, this is the greatest thing we needed.
What did you say, Virgil? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Because we need a puke sound.
So let's talk about the game. Oh, that's just mean. So let's talk about the game that basically ruined everything. The ACC could not get their shit together. Duke beats Virginia.
Oh my God! Look at the mayor right on time to talk about the ACC.
Hey, I'll give Duke this. Duke came to play, and they were damn good in that game. Virginia
They took advantage of the opportunity they didn't deserve.
They did, and Virginia played down. They made some dumb mistakes, although they did come back to get it to overtime. That last drive was one hell of a drive, but yeah, I mean Duke kind of controlled that game.
Did they have to go for 2 to get it to overtime? No, just as extra point.
They just kicked the extra point. I couldn't remember. They went for the tie instead of going for 2 to win it.
Correct.
I think they thought maybe they had a better shot at winning in overtime, and kind of almost thought they did too at first. But Duke was the better team.
Well, I mean, Virginia's won so many games on overtime already.
Yeah,
like this was like their 4th one, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Elliott has done a great job there for what Virginia is to get them to where they are. If he can keep building on it and they don't lose momentum, Virginia in a couple of years could be, a pretty good team to deal with in the ACC. It just wasn't quite their year to take it all.
Tony Bennett, Patrick?
Yes, Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a good, well played game for the most part.
Yeah, the last 2 games of the night, the Big Ten and ACC, I think, were the two best games of the day.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So that is it for college football portion of the show.
We're sparing Eric the FCS.
Well, we've already talked about FCS on Monday. We don't really need to talk about that. There's only one pick for college this week, and that'll be Army Navy.
Ooh, I cannot wait. I always love watching the Army Navy game.
Are we doing that Thursday or right now?
We're doing that Thursday.
Okay.
We're doing that Thursday.
Let's make sure Zach's still on here when we all pick that game.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure he's here. But there was another team that's looking like they're not going to make the playoffs either.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is?
Green Bay.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gottlieb Watch. As I chronicle Doug Gottlieb's second year with the Green Bay Phoenix, and can they win 10 games? We are currently at 2. So Saturday's opponent, Wright State. So we have Wright State University. This was played at the Nutter Center at Wright State.
The what?
The Nutter Center. Go ahead and get your jokes out now. Because when I saw that, I'm like, that's not going to last long. Current record was 4-5. Last year's record, not good, 15-18. Wright State was a 5.5-point favorite into this game. So the question is, did the Green Bay Phoenix walk into the Nutter Center and win this game?
Does Patrick have a blue ball or not?
Wright State, wrong arena name.
So the second question is, did they bust the spread?
Okay. Okay.
You tried on that one.
What time is it? 8:30. Okay.
It's 8:30. It's good.
It's 9:30.
The only thing that would make this better is if they have a football team and Houston Nutt as their coach.
I think Wright State has football.
They do.
Anyway.
Do they?
I don't think they do.
No.
So did they cover the spread?
I don't think they beat Wright State.
Oh, wait a minute. You said cover the spread?
Yeah, I said we've already said they did not beat Wright State. You guys do not think
what was the spread again? I'm sorry.
5.5. It says it on the PowerPoint right there.
I can't read that, dude.
That's a you problem.
No, they didn't
cover
cover it. It's probably like 8 points.
You think they lost by 8 points?
Yeah.
Try a bigger margin.
Oh, wow.
Yikes!
Damn.
28. Yikes.
Yep. So our friend Doug Gottlieb did not do good at this game. I'm pretty sure all the chairs are flying around in the Nutter Center. So they did not win. They lost 86-58. This was not even like a late second half surge or a second half surge for Wright State where it was close in the first half. This was pretty much over within the first 10 minutes.
Jesus.
I don't want to jump too far ahead. If they do not get to 10 wins this year, does it come back for year 3 then?
If he is still coach in year 3, yes.
That's a valid point as well. Because
he's going to troll Gottlieb as long as he's coaching.
Because I was going to say, if they get to 10 wins, you say, well, I'm not sure. We'll probably have to kill it. But then I was thinking, well, if they don't get to it, would we bring it back? But you're right. If they don't, then he may not be there anymore.
This will only last as long as he's there.
Well, sources coming out of Green Bay say that UW Green Bay is going to keep him around because of the amazing exposure they get from Gottlieb Watch. And Mr. Gottlieb will keep his job because he brings exposure to the university. I didn't say good exposure. I just said exposure.
Okay. So all exposure is good exposure is what you're saying?
All exposure is a felony.
So the next game, it's actually on Thursday. So we have another live Gottlieb Watch. It'll be the IU Indy Panthers, which is formerly IUPUI.
Why did you get rid of Ooey Pooey?
I know.
The name's way better.
I don't know why they did that.
Such a horrible name.
Ooey Pooey was so much better.
1,000% better.
All right. So Doug Gottlieb did not win. We'll see what happens next time.
I am rooting for a loss.
I mean, you always root for losses, don't you?
I root for chaos.
So let's talk about Let's talk about baseball for a minute because we do have some. We have someone that was elected to the Hall of Fame, and it was the one that I don't think a lot of people expected, and that is Jeff Kent. When I saw the announcement, it was basically what Donnie said. Seriously, a lot of unbelievables, a lot of terribles was thrown around. What do you guys think of this?
I mean, I'm not saying Jeff Kent's not deserving, but he's not deserving right now ahead of all those people.
I'll say he's not deserving. Look,
I don't even know if he is deserving at all, to be honest with you, right? But when you've got that list of people right there that didn't get that many votes and he did, I want to know who the hell's voting. I want names. Because this is
well, it's funny you say that because there actually is a 16-person committee that did the voting for this election.
Yeah. Do they have the names listed?
Let me see. These are all.
Wasn't
16.
this the players committee? This one,
yes. So it's got Tony Perez, Ozzie Smith, Alan Trammell, Robin Yount, Doug Melvin, Terry Ryan, Jason Stark. You know what?
Super surprised.
So two former GMs.
I'll tell you what. I will copy and paste this into our personal chat so you guys can read all the names.
Yeah, because I'm already like, wait a minute. Those guys went with Kent over some of these others, unless the first 4 or 5 names are the 5 or 6 votes that those guys got.
Well, Kent's numbers are pretty good. I mean, I'm not saying he deserves consideration over the other ones, but he has pretty good numbers.
But the fact that you got Juan Marichal there,
yeah, I repeat, yeah, I'm not saying that he is deserving over the others. I'm just saying,
right. I didn't say necessarily he doesn't deserve to get in. I mean, he was a defensive liability.
All I'm saying is, out of all these, he does not deserve to get in before any of these guys.
See, Donnie doesn't want to write a letter. Donnie wants to go to their houses. I'm kind of concerned.
Well, I met Jim Cott at Rickwood Field, so I see he's on the list. I'm gonna have to go talk to him personally now that I know him.
What the fuck are you thinking?
Well, maybe he voted for somebody else. We don't know. We don't know who they voted for. These are just the people.
Yeah, I know.
Mother trucker, what were you thinking?
Now, if you want me to get addresses, I mean, I know a guy.
I'm not surprised.
I am. I'm absolutely surprised that Jeff Kent gets in.
No. I'm not surprised that Virgil.
Oh, yeah.
Can't find it. The politician complaining to the constituents. Whoa. Well, it's the new world that we live in where all politicians, all they do is bitch and moan and get nothing done. So, I mean, it is pretty much goes along with what every politician is doing, Mrs. Influencer. So that's what the mayor is just going with it as well.
Well, sometimes the constituents need to have a little straightening out.
Well, you tell that voting group because they didn't do shit. Jeff Kent, really?
I mean, that you could have said these guys are not going to get in, but one guy will. Can you name him? And I could guess 100 people ahead of him, just name wise. I would name 100 people before I got to Jeff Kent.
Well, I mean, we've got time to fill, so go ahead.
Here we go. I'm sitting back. Let's go.
Wally Joyner, Will Clark. No.
Okay, 2 down, 98 to go. Let's go.
98 more to go.
Hang on, let me find my list. I got it here somewhere.
But I agree, though. I think it wasn't Jeff Kent's time for him.
I mean, if anything else, it should have been more than just him. Like, how is he the only guy? Is the other part of that question. It's like you couldn't have named 2 or 3 of these guys.
And you only went with 1?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many votes each person gets either, but
apparently there are reports coming out of the winter meetings that he was booed when they were announced, that it was announced that Jeff Kent made the Hall of Fame.
Shut up. That's hilarious. He's gonna be remembered as the one that got in when others should have. You got to memorize your list the way that Patrick memorized his. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too old for that, Shannon. I can't remember names of people I know.
I mean, he got in before Bonds.
Exactly.
Like, man, that just hit me.
Yeah.
But before Bonds, before A-Rod, before Clemens. Yeah,
But-
he got in before all of those guys.
I just don't think of Jeff Kent when I think of Hall of Famer.
And Jeff Kent was never really a fan favorite anyway. He was booed.
No, that's why he got booed.
I was going to say, but he was booed when he played.
He was an ass.
He's still an ass.
You know who drafted him?
No.
The Blue Jays.
Oh, wow.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, well,
pretty much.
They traded him to the Mets for David Cone. So,
oof.
We don't want you here so bad that we're willing to take shittier people.
David Cone wasn't bad in Toronto. That's where he ended up being a Yankee.
Meh, whatever.
I think the Yankees got him after Toronto did.
Didn't he win a Cy Young with Kansas City?
Who, David Cone?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Of course you would know that. He's your team. He's on your team.
But that was way before my time.
He was a great pitcher with the Yankees.
Yeah, no, David.
First of all, I don't care about the Yankees. How about that one?
He had a no-hitter with the Yankees.
I don't care about the Kansas City Royals or the Blue Jays.
Did you guys talk
or the
earlier?
Brewers or the Yankees? Yeah, he just names all our teams.
I didn't write that shit.
In fact, he's going to name his own team also, just out of self-loathing.
Pretty much, yes.
Yes. Did you guys talk about Diaz earlier? Because I thought that came up.
We did.
Oh, did y'all? Okay, I missed that.
No, we did.
We did.
Okay.
It's just a little surprising that the Mets. I think the Mets are kind of like, we're not going to spend that much money again. We regret spending this much money and not get anything out of this.
Well, they already signed an insurance policy anyway. They were already planning for not having Edwin Diaz.
Yeah. Just Mets doing Mets things.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, they just paid Devin Williams a whole bunch of money. Not quite as much as Edwin Diaz got, but they give Devin Williams 3 years, 51, and then Diaz got 3 years, 69.
Would you have given him that much money if you're the Dodgers?
Dodgers have money to spend. The Dodgers don't care.
I mean, that's also true. Yeah, three for Devin Williams, 3 year, 51, like you said.
Yeah. I think that if there was one weakness that the Dodgers had, it was probably their bullpen. And now they fortified that. And now they've got Gratterall coming back from surgery. They've got Trinan coming back. They've got Tanner Scott, who they hope will rebound. They've got Edwin Diaz. You've got Roki Sasaki. If he's put back in the pen, he may be a starter again, but depending on what he does. You what?
I think he'll be a starter.
Yeah, well, if he can translate to success, I mean, he's got to prove it. But he proved he can do it in the bullpen in high leverage situations. But he's being paid to be a starter for sure.
Right.
But I mean, it's a good pickup for the Dodgers. As much as you hate to say, the rich get richer. I mean, it's They were willing to stump up the cash that he wanted. I was surprised he took a 3-year deal. I thought he was in the market for 5, but I can only guess no team was willing to give him 5.
Not with his injuries.
No, yeah, I would say 3. I'm surprised he got a 3, honestly.
Yeah, especially.
Is there an opt-out clause after like the second year or something like that, or is it a full 3?
I think it's a full 3 from what I heard, but I don't know. Virgil, you may have heard differently.
It's a full 3.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a big, $69 million for a reliever. That's big money.
By the way, can we talk about something that it went under the radar, but it didn't work out, but good on them. The Pirates going in heavy on Kyle Schwarber.
And the Orioles. The Orioles made the same offer to him that the Phillies did.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the Pirates was like, we want you. We're looking to, to become a bigger club. And they're like, all right, cool. Here we go. We're spending some money. I'm surprised that the Pirates did that. I wish my team would have done that. But
well, there were a few teams in there that I was like, who put in offers, and I was like, am I reading that correctly?
Why would you want your team to do that, Eddie? They're just going to sell them to Toronto like 2 years later.
True story. That is true. I just won one championship in my lifetime. Can I at least get one? That's all I'm asking for. Is that too much to ask?
I mean,
for Cleveland, yes. Okay, got it. Cool.
Well, so you're in Ohio State.
Apparently it is.
Do you not claim that?
No. Ohio State?
Yeah.
No, I don't claim that.
Are you still upset that Kent State didn't take the bowl?
No.
They had the chance, so they could be the Birmingham Bowl champions.
That would have been fun to see.
By the way, if Kent State took that bid, I was 100% going to go down there and see them.
I kind of wish they did, but I get it. They should have. Like, come on, bro.
But now it's Georgia Southern against App State. So
they went through a bunch of teams apparently to like get to where they're at with those two teams.
Yeah. So in other words, you have a Sun Belt Conference game,
pretty much,
as a bowl game.
Pretty much riveting.
I know. I don't think college football really has a good grasp on bowl games.
Well, I think there's just too many.
That I agree.
Biggest question for you, Ed, about Kent State. Have you got it on your calendar to come to Columbia on Labor Day weekend? No. Labor Day weekend, they open up against the Gamecocks, Kent State football.
I saw that.
You might actually get me to go to a Gamecock game to see them with you if you come down for that game.
Let's put it on the calendar for now. We'll see. That would be.
I mean,
it would be hurricane season though, so I don't know if he'll make it.
I might just get.
He'll get to Florence and have to turn around.
I was like, what happened? Stupid hurricanes.
His Honda will be unfit.
My Honda can make it, bro. Don't be hating on my Honda.
It's like a Minion, man. He'll make it through.
It's the little Minion mobile, bro. Chill.
Well, guys, let's pivot now to NFL. Because, man, there was a lot of interesting games to talk about. A lot of surprises, for sure, to say the least. So I was going to run down these games and just stop me when you guys want to talk about them. On Thursday, we had the Lions beating the Cowboys 44-30.
Not surprised.
Not surprised on that one.
Even though I did pick the Cowboys, I shouldn't have.
I was a little surprised you did. Like, it made me think. I had to double check and make sure I didn't put the wrong team.
Yeah, but I'm like, all right, let's see. They had a good, convincing win the week before, and I'm like, all right, let's see. Nope.
Well, Eric almost picked him until he realized the game was in Detroit. So you weren't too far off.
The little oopsie doodles by me on that. May have told him the wrong venue at the time.
I wonder you always win.
Wow, little oopsie doodle, or is it? Let's see.
What do you mean? Why do you mean that's always win?
You tell us one thing, but it's the opposite. So,
would you suggest that I'm cheating here?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
My mama did not raise a cheater.
Is she right there behind the camera? Is that why you're saying that?
No, she's not. Okay. So on the Sunday games, we have the Seahawks beating the Falcons 37-9. Bills scraping by the Bengals 39-34. I thought the Bengals had this one for a minute.
I picked the Bengals, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to look like a fucking genius on this one.
They're playing better now that Burrow's back. The last couple weeks, they've looked better.
Too bad they're going to be out of the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, they're inspired, but I think it's a little too late for them. And I mean, that game looked like they were playing in Canadian Premier League soccer or something. That was a lot of snow on the ground in that game.
Who would have thought that Burrow was a improvement from Browning? I mean, I didn't.
Crazy.
Shocking what just happens here. Next game. Ed. Titans beat the Browns 31-29.
I blame the coach.
I 100% blame the coach in that game.
Blame the coach on this one because Sanders played out of his mind. He actually played really good.
Oh no, I will give Sanders props. That was a really good performance.
And you take him out on a scoring opportunity, like, are you out of your mind?
Well,
Like I've been defending Stefanski all year. I've been the one defending him. I'm like, no, let's see what's going on. No, dude, that could not. You couldn't just defend that. That was bad.
but also, how does your defense give up 161 yards to Tony Pollard? I wouldn't have expected that either.
Tony Pollard is not a bad running back.
No, he's not. But
they've stopped so much better running backs.
Correct.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I can't defend it. So I don't know, man. I was upset, but I'm not upset at the same time because I'm so like already over this season with the Browns. So it is what it is.
Do you think if they started Shedeur a little earlier, they probably would have won a few more games?
Yeah.
I mean, seeing how he physically plays versus Gabriel physically, I think
Gabriel will be a good backup quarterback in the NFL. That's what he'll be, a good clipboard guy.
Which games did Gabriel play? When he came in,
he played the one in Europe.
Was that the Vikings?
That was his first game. Yep.
That was the first game, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Steelers, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. No, came in. Shedor's played Jets, Ravens, and Raiders. Oh no, he came in later.
No,
So
he played Jets.
yeah. So Raiders was his first game.
He should have the Jets game. We could have won.
He could have won the Jets game.
I agree.
I don't know.
Even
if
the Vikings, I think they would have.
Well, Vikings that might have been a win too.
That Ravens game, I think they would have won that.
I agree too.
Yeah.
Yep. Because we had the Ravens all the way pretty much until that one big play for Andrews, and so yeah, no, I agree. I think like I said, I wanted the Browns to draft Shedeur Sanders. They didn't draft him at the time. They went first with Gabriel, which I think it was a massive mistake on the Browns' part to draft Dylan Gabriel's. Nothing against the kid. I wish him nothing but good luck. I just didn't think that he would fit the system and that they have in Cleveland. He just didn't. He's not a tall kid either, right? So it's just another Johnny Manziel situation. And right, and so and Johnny Manziel had better skill set than Dylan Gabriel. Just Johnny Manziel didn't have it all together up in his head. Still doesn't. He's a fucking moron. Total fucking cocksucker. I'll say it. Go ahead. It's the truth. Put him on the hate list.
Could have been a contender.
I guess we have to. Okay, that was the name I did not have on the hate list, Eric. So I guess we're adding him.
All right, new list.
Put him on the list.
I'm gonna I will substitute DTR off the list for him.
I don't know, man. And so, but yeah, no, and I think Shedeur would have, if had he been coached better. I'll even say it now. Like at this point, get rid of the head coach and get rid of the GM. The GM doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I like how you randomly censor yourself on some words, but not others.
I know.
So next game,
he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. How's that? Is that better for you?
Just a little consistency. That's all I ask for. So next game, Vikings beat the Commanders 31-0. Jaden Daniels out again. It looks like. And also I
just sit him down for the rest of the year.
I feel so bad for Zach Ertz.
Put him in saran wrap. Oh my god! Did you guys see that video?
That was terrible.
That was nasty.
So Darla had him. I think he's on his fantasy team, on her fantasy team. I was like, "Wait, Zach Ertz played?" I'm like, "Nope."
No, Rhonda has him.
Rhonda has him. I was like, "What happened to Ertz?" I'm like, "Oh, you haven't seen it, have you?" I was like, "Hold, please."
I saw that and I showed it to Rhonda. She was like, "Oh man."
She was like this. She was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Yeah, it's that bad."
So should the Commanders have even played Daniels as where they're at? They're not playing for anything. Why even bring him back at this point?
So many injuries. That's the one team that has got hit with so many injuries this year.
I mean, there was no way bringing him back was going to advance them to begin with.
Unless it's just a matter of getting game time minutes and reps for him. But I'm kind of with you. I don't know why. Like Arizona shut down Murray. So I mean,
well, why shut down Murray if you're not going to keep him?
Well, I mean that's true too, but they haven't gotten to that part yet.
By all intents and purposes, he's done in Arizona.
Well, they shut him down so that he would be healthy, so they didn't have to keep him. Because you can't get rid of him if he's injured.
Yeah. Okay, Dolphins beat the Jets 34-10. Tyrod Taylor goes out on the second drive, so Brady Cook comes in, which is something I thought I would never be saying at an NFL game.
He got cooked.
Yeah, did not have a great game. I'm not gonna say definitely one of the bigger surprises this week. The Saints beat the Buccaneers 24-20.
Oh.
I mean,
sorry for your Fighting Mayfields.
Yeah. He had Mike Evans back too.
The Saints are not. This is a semantics thing. The Saints are not a horrible bad team.
I don't think Evans is back yet, but Godwin is.
Godwin's back.
I thought it was Mike Evans was back. They were talking about it on the radio.
I think he's been back for like 3 weeks.
He's cleared to where he could, but I think he's
so he's another Deshaun Watson. He's cleared and back, but not playing.
Wasn't there like a window for him to return?
Yeah, he's in his window. He's in his window to return, but it seems like every week they say that, he's coming back, and then it's like he's not coming back.
And they also had was running back Bucky Irvin back,
mm-hmm.
and he did pretty good too. But I mean, Baker was 14 of 30. That's not good.
Donnie, you and me talked about this. Like, could they? Like, I mean, because you have the Panthers right there on the doorstep of like could potentially. Like we looked at their schedules. They still have to play each other twice.
Well, the Panthers have to play both of these teams in the next 2 weeks. They play the Saints this weekend, and then they play the Bucks, and then they've got the Seahawks and the Bucks again. So the Panthers control their destiny. If they can somehow if they beat New Orleans and they beat Tampa at least once, I think they'll own the tiebreakers. It'd be great if they could beat them twice.
When I've got game manager Bryce Young as my quarterback, I'm confident in that.
By the way, was that a strategic comment by you to say the Saints are not a bad, horrible team?
They're not a horrible, bad team. They're a bad team, but they're not horrible.
Well, are you trying to set it up in case the Panthers lose to them?
No. It's got nothing to do with the Panthers. Because, I mean, with Tyler Shuck coming in, he just needs some experience. He's not a horrible quarterback. And Devin Neal's a pretty decent running back that they've got that's getting some playing time now. They still have some more receivers. It's like they're just on they need some more players to be a better team. That's all. But they're not like, the Jets bad.
Where's Devin Neal from?
New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, where'd he play college?
Kansas.
Don't care.
That's right. Rock Chalk.
Just kidding.
No, I think
I didn't know.
He got his first NFL touchdown the other day.
I know. I picked him up this past week because both of my running backs in fantasy were on bye at the same time. So I had to get somebody, and man, he got me some points this weekend.
Would you rather have Shuck or Bryce Young?
Bryce Young.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Neither.
Because I haven't seen enough of Shuck to know how he's going to be long term. But I watched the first game he came in and played a few weeks ago, and he looked pretty good. He just actually that was against the Panthers. He looked pretty good in that game. But
who does he even have to throw to?
Nobody.
I mean, he's still got Olave, but Devon Vele, I don't know who he is. Juwan Johnson, don't know.
11?
Vele, yeah.
But the question you're asking about is between Shuck and Young, but you should be asking him, Donnie, would you rather have Bryce Young or Phillip Rivers?
There it is.
Because right now, after Indianapolis's game against the Jaguars losing 36-19, that looks like that may have to be an option.
Patrick, why don't you just roll that beautiful Bean footage and let Jason Bean take over?
Okay, Eric.
Hey, he was good at
No.
I like the way you did it.
That was good.
He was really good under Kotelnicki at KU, and he made, I don't know if he made the 53-man last year or whatever year it was, his first year, but thought he was out there briefly, maybe just for preseason, but why not give him a chance? He's super fast. So get him on the edges and just let him run.
He might have to start actually because they put Phillips in the practice squad.
So who is it at this point if Leonard's hurt? Don't know. Patrick at this point is quarterback.
No.
It is.
No.
I heard it said.
Insert player here.
You.
Man.
Why don't you take over?
Brett Rippin.
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 Jesus.
Brett Rippin.
Mark Rippin's son.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Just
Mark
Bean. I mean,
Mark Rippin sounds like a former Browns quarterback.
He might.
Yeah. Well, we've got his son. So
He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, I think.
Who, Rippin?
Yeah. The Redskins.
Bench player right there.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to, once we started talking about this, I'll just let you read her comment.
She's not wrong. Biggest whiny baby. Well, he does have like how many kids?
Between him and Nutty for Cuddy, Jay Cutler, she couldn't stand either one of those two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Same.
I think Rivers came back, one, because he wanted to get out of the house. Two, he's wanting to do two things. If he plays, he resets his Hall of Fame clock again.
Is he?
That's what people were
Yes.
asking. Is that what happened? Would that happen if it resets it
Would be an
again?
active player.
If he becomes
True.
if he's on the active roster, it resets, and he has to start over the 5-year clock. But this is, I think, the biggest thing is he wants his grandkids to see him play.
Virgil's the only one that'll get this, but Phillip Rivers is in his Heath Slater era.
He's got kids.
He's got kids.
I mean, plus he's living in Fairhope, Alabama. There's nothing to do there. I mean, may as well. But like, he wants his kids to see him play.
Listen,
His kids have been seeing him play because he had his first kid in college.
Listen, if this brings back the General Phillip Rivers Twitter account, I'm all for it.
Does he realize who the first game may be against the Seattle Seahawks? Which that may not go well.
Listen, it's
out completely. We're like, you know what? Never mind.
I'm still holding out hope that Riley Leonard magically gets better and plays.
I did not think Leonard had a bad game.
No, I thought
Considering the circumstances.
I thought he was good. He was moving the football.
Bring what's his name back? Oh my god.
I'm trying, and I don't know what's happened to Richardson. He's just kind of MIA.
He's still injured from what day?
Yeah, he is. He is still injured, but it's just like
he has to full him, but put a mask on this dude. Like put one of those
NBA goggles.
Yeah.
Put a visor on him.
No, they got a live quote from him, and he said, "I'm good, bro."
He's such an idiot.
How do you feel about Jacksonville's performance on this game? Do we feel like they finally turned a corner after their offensive struggles after the Kansas City game?
Calm down.
Well, no, I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be.
I'm serious too.
Reactionary here.
Do you see me smiling?
You never smile.
True story.
Jaguars are going to be a 12 or possibly 13 win season this year. Their schedule is like
easy schedule,
very favorable.
Here's another comment.
We'll be able to watch it argue with the refs.
Well, at least most of a majority of his kids and possibly a few of the grandkids will eventually be old enough to watch him get inducted in the Hall of Fame.
The Carolina Hurricanes, against the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets are on a power play. Minute 20, empty net for Columbus. Carolina scores another goal, so they're up 4-1. So they finally did something, Donnie.
Okay.
It's because Donnie wore the sweatshirt.
I appreciate you, Donnie.
Hey, I got to do my part.
Next game that I call the Ed Special. Steelers beat the Ravens 27-22. I will go ahead and say this. I thought the Ravens got jobbed out of this game.
Fuck the Ravens.
I know. That's coming from you. But like the Isaiah, I thought that was a touchdown from Isaiah Likely. But it was a touchdown. Then they went back and called it back. And
it was a touchdown. It was a touchdown.
They got hosed on that one. So
I thought you were about to say Isaiah Kiner Falefa, and I was like, what?
Pretty much same.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll talk about with that.
Sean Jackson. Jesus. Head coach. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is not, I don't know what's going on with him. Hasn't been the same player for a while now.
Yeah. Eric, permission to use your line, please.
Go for it.
He's been terrible.
He has been.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I love me too.
I do love me.
I mean, that doesn't apply to Lamar Jackson, but
I didn't say that. That's true, to be fair.
He has been terrible.
Next game, the Broncos, once again, not beating the fraud allegations, beat the Raiders 24-17.
Congratulations. The Raiders are an absolute dumpster fire of a team, and you only beat them 24-17. I don't believe in the Broncos. I still don't.
Let's find out how good they are this weekend.
Yeah. I agree.
I'll go with I'm there with you.
I'm feeling like the magic that Kansas City had last year winning close games has moved on to the Broncos this year.
Well, they've got the Packers, Jags, and Chiefs coming up, and then finish with the Chargers. So we'll find out in the next 4 weeks if they're for real or not.
I can see that being 2-2, or even 3-1, or 1-3.
Donnie, are you going to Jacksonville for any of those games?
No.
Why not?
The Jets in the shop.
Mm.
I'm not
Florida fighting Donnie's forever.
Next game we have Packers beating the Bears 28-21. So the divine intervention from the Bears could not help them this time. The Pope could not save them. Eric,
Ben Johnson couldn't even help them.
Nope. Eric, what are your thoughts about this game?
It's 9:07 p.m. Central Time, and the Bears still suck. No, I mean, honestly, they played pretty well for the most part. What they kept doing is they kept rolling Caleb Williams out to the right, out of the pocket, and he was making some pretty good throws. That touchdown to Alameda Zacchaeus, or whatever his name is, where he dove, and it should have been picked off by Nixon as he was diving right towards the sideline, or side of the end zone. He made a really good catch for a touchdown. And for the most part, I thought at least in the second half, I guess I should say, the Bears played a lot better in the second half.
True.
But Christian Watson had a really big game, had 2 touchdowns. Bo Melton, who has been relegated to like backup corner,
Jesus,
because he used to be a wide receiver. They had him out there, and he caught a deep ball for a touchdown. So Love had a very bad interception early, but it didn't hurt them. And then he had, I think, 3 touchdowns. And then Jacobs, when they needed to have it, it was 3rd and 1, and they pitched it behind the line, rushing out to the right, and he kind of sidestepped somebody and broke a tackle and got a 21-yard gain down to like the 8 or something. Then he ends up scoring to take back the lead. And then I was honestly surprised that last play on 4th and 1, where Williams rolled out to the left, and I didn't realize until later that was the exact same play they ran for a touchdown last Friday against the Eagles. They tried running the same thing, and Keyshawn Nixon said it wasn't covered correctly, but he just saw a guy leaking out back kind of behind everybody, and he just went with him even though it wasn't his guy. And luckily he was there, because before the camera panned over there, I thought for sure somebody was wide open in the end zone, and then all of a sudden I just see Nixon jumping up right in front of the receiver and picked it off. So overall, I thought it was a pretty good game, 28-21. I thought, like I said, the Bears looked better in the second half than they did the first. They ran the ball. I just didn't feel like they were quite as effective as when they ran the ball against Philly the week before. But, I mean, they did get, I don't know their total rushing yards, but for the most part, I thought even though they had quite a bit of rushing yards, I think over 100, I think Green Bay did a pretty good job, especially in the first half, of shutting that run down.
117.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's fine, but would they have 300 something against Philly?
Right. They had a big number against Philly, yes.
What I hate, though, is that now we go to Denver, as we've already talked about, and then we go to Chicago. I hate that they play Chicago, Denver, Chicago. Like, spread those games out, especially divisional games.
I've heard that there in Green Bay there are milk cartons that have Romeo Dobbs on it with word missing. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, they haven't utilized him, but it's because one, Watson's been back for a couple weeks and he's the speedster, and two, Reed was back for the first time. He didn't have a touchdown, but they did some end arounds and different stuff with him, with Jaden Reed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's been hurt.
They had 10 receivers with at least one target, and none of them had more than 4.
Yeah, so I didn't feel like we ran the ball super effectively, but for the most, I don't know. Yeah, he hasn't done much lately, and I just don't know if that has anything to do with getting Watson and now Reed back. But yeah, you're right. But he still, if they don't cover him thinking he hasn't been doing much lately, he'll maybe have some.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he'll have a breakout game here or there, but I know for your fantasy wise that's not helpful for you right now.
That's okay. Well, he helped me beat Patrick. That's all I needed.
I mean, yeah, this week Virgil might have only lost by 40 to Terry instead of 60 something. So
yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I lost to 40 to Virgil.
All right, next game we have Rams beating the Cardinals 45-17. Really not a lot to talk about on that one. Sunday night game, Texans beating the Chiefs 20-10. Is it safe to say it's over?
I don't know, Mrs. Influencer. You want to chime in? You've been chiming in. Let's hear what your take is.
This year, but
I say this year they're done.
I'm not. Just this year. I'm not saying team.
Oh yeah. I can't figure out Kelsey. I mean, outside of the fact that I got him on fantasy and did nothing, he has been non-existent this year, and I don't know if it's him, if it's Mahomes. Well, yeah, but I mean, literally, he seems non-existent. Like Patrick Mahomes is almost going out of his way not to throw the ball to him. I don't see when I've watched them play that he's not open. They're just not making any plays to feature him. I can't figure out what's
getting along anymore.
Taylor said something to Brittany, and so Brittany's like, "Don't throw it to him."
I listen to Taylor before I listen to Brittany.
100%. I'm glad that they don't show or talk about her, but definitely his brother anymore.
Oh, those two morons. I'll say that too. Yeah, I said it. Brittany's a moron, and his brother's a moron.
I don't know. They're just it's a down year for them. I mean, it's about time that it kind of caught up to them, I guess, a little bit. But I mean, injuries have been part of the issue this year, but I just don't know. I mean, it's like something's not clicking.
Yeah, but at the same time, a lot of other teams have been plagued by the injuries, and they're still finding ways to win.
Is it an age problem
for everyone?
For Kansas City in general,
like as a team,
but like
possibly
as a team.
Besides Kelsey, I mean, are you saying Mahomes is getting? I mean, Mahomes is older, but
I mean, I look at Mahomes. I look at basically as a group, because your best running back is Kareem Hunt.
And see, that's one thing, and I've told you guys multiple times, I don't see why they've struggled so much. I don't see why they've struggled so much with the running game, because even in their Super Bowl years, they've never really had that good of a running back. So the running game's not been that great. They've had a guy here or there that could score you. Who was it? Damian Williams didn't he have a pretty good Super Bowl a couple of years ago?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pacheco's fine at times. Hunt, get him down in the red zone.
I just figured, like, don't count on Kareem Hunt being an every down back. He's your red zone.
They really missed
range.
on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like, their run game.
They've turned into a team of used to be's.
Yeah, their defense. I mean, it's
really what they are.
Fine, but I've always thought even in some of their championship seasons, their defense wasn't that great either. So,
is it the fact that the referees are not giving a lot of call going their way?
Oh God,
is that what it is? I'm just throwing it out there just for the sake of conversation.
By the way, Eric, are we going to talk about comparing your marriage to Travis's relationship with Taylor?
Yes. Why doesn't my wife have $1 billion like Taylor does?
I thought when she said that you've been comparing the marriage to his relationship with Taylor, that you were talking about how fantastic his relationship is with Taylor.
No, well, because Travis came out and said in their 2-ish years they've never had an argument, and she's like, "Well, you argue with me like every time we're in the car."
So you're the anti version?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Listen, is that what you're saying, Eric?
Listen, I've got
that's not what she's saying. I'm like, is that?
I've got Marco Polo evidence that he starts arguing.
That's probably your favorite part.
It is.
I've been in the car.
I got a portion of that a while ago too. So
yeah, listen, it's
when we come back from that wedding.
Yeah. I was gonna say some of the best polos I've ever received from Eric are those.
So Patrick got it when we were driving out to the wedding, and then Virgil got it when we were driving back.
I heard Shannon.
I heard something.
I don't know what she said.
I don't either.
Yeah,
what'd you say?
Virgil.
Girl, what'd you say?
Yeah, Virgil.
Out there?
Virgil, what does 128 think about this?
About what, Kansas City?
Yeah, about this loss and everything else. I mean,
she said that she thinks they're cursed.
What do you mean? I mean, how? By what?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of just said that I felt like, remember what I said about, I feel like the magic that they had last year went to Denver. Now where Denver's getting all the breaks, it's kind of just that, like it just transferred over.
I think Travis Kelce is concentrating on his life after football at this point.
The thing is, I would agree with you. I'll say this. I do agree with you, but I don't think that's it, because I literally don't think they're game planning him at all. And I don't think it's him. I think it's something to do with the coaches.
Let me ask you this then. Does he go Gronk and he doesn't play next year because he's getting married next summer, and then he's like, I need to come back, and then he comes back for like a year?
To what other team?
No, I mean, come back to...
I think when Kelsey's done, he's done.
I don't think you'll pull off a Gronk thing. No, I don't think so.
He's got too much other shit going on he wants to spend time doing.
No, he'll pull up at one of the NFL shows to be an analyst.
Well, wait a minute here. Patrick Mahomes will go to another team, Washington, for a few years.
Doubt it.
And then Kelce will come back
and break his leg. And I thought you were talking Alex Smith here.
No, it's the Tom Brady formula. He has to go to another team, then he'll come back.
He has to prove he's better than Andy Reid.
Yes.
Mahomes is going to pull a reverse Montana, and he's going to go from Kansas City to San Francisco.
Stop trying to make San Francisco happen.
No, I don't think that's. I think Mahomes will stay with Kansas City. I think he'll finish out his career here.
I don't know what she yelled. She won't yell it again. So,
but yeah, something has transferred, and the voodoo thing that you got going on there, Virgil, might be. I mean, Peyton. He was in New Orleans for a long time. He probably knows some voodoo people down there that's done cursed Kansas City for him. So you might be onto something.
When are we going?
If there's two things Sean Payton knows, it's voodoo and bounties.
Virgil, get your ticket.
Oh, let me see what this is.
What's their home schedule look like the last couple games?
Who, the Chiefs?
Yeah.
They are at home this Saturday, Chargers. And then they're at home with the Broncos on Christmas Day. Christmas Day, 8:15 p.m.
My wife upstairs sending me
That's
reels.
a Friday. Isn't Christmas a Friday?
Thursday. It's a Thursday night.
Okay.
What's your wife sending you, Ed?
That's their
go up
200.
reels,
for-
funny reels.
We can go up there for Christmas.
Is it like that one the other day that you? Oh God.
Yeah, this Saturday's a 1 p.m. game. Or, well, it's a noon game.
You guys should follow
There.
Scott D. Henry. He's hilarious.
I don't know any of those words you just said.
Follow. Just look him up.
Like and subscribe.
I'm way behind, obviously, but it's bullshit that the Revs are deciding factor. Send if I some super cheap tickets if we can figure out a time to go.
Okay, Virgil.
Virgil, you going?
I don't think I can just
When
make
you
a
get
trip
to
like
Kansas
that
City.
quick. What was that?
It's a lot closer from Wichita to Kansas City than it is from Huntsville to.
Yeah, kind of more of a hole for me.
Whole city?
So why didn't he just maneuver everything over to Wichita
Yeah.
Just
or their surrounding towns? You can
Yeah,
move,
so
to,
do you
you
want me
move
just
to
to-
Mays or Goddard.
And it's called a plane.
you have somewhere free to stay.
Do I?
Well, it's Eric, so Shannon may allow you to stay. Eric wouldn't, but
There's a
floor.
child's bed right here.
There you go. See, done.
Because
Hey, you
she
can bunk
loves
down
when
with
the little
Easton.
No,
What's
he
up, little
loves
guy?
sleeping with her in our bed. So this bed would be wide open.
I don't do
Or
that.
we have
It'll hang off the side. But
we have
that's
like a
already
queen
in-
size blow up mattress. I said mattress, not.
No, okay, sorry. I'm just,
Yeah, that's okay. So let's move on to our last game.
He's just blowing. All right, cool. Hey, man.
We went to, so what she's referring to now is that we went to the Chiefs Texans or Titans game. I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years ago. It was -2 degrees during the game.
Yeah, so she
And-
doesn't want to go see the Broncos.
And
Sorry,
they,
Shannon, I'm with you there.
the Chiefs jinxed themselves and missed the field goal right at the end. Imagine that, missing a field goal, and they lost the game to the Titans. But I did get tickets or a pass for us to all go down on the field after the game and take pictures as we have our ginormous coats on and look like the Marshmallow Man or whatever. But we did get to go down on the field. So, and at the time, this was before you, Virgil, Samantha got hit on by some guy in a wheelchair, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
But
Hot
then
Wheels.
I went into the bathroom and the Casey Wolf came in there and was staring at mine and other people's as we were using the urinal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I'm glad you specified that was before
that
me.
guy was
I
a
would have
criminal.
never guessed that.
Yeah, it was before you.
Yeah,
I mean, you were around in the universe, but just not
Yeah.
connected to Wichita at the time.
No. All right, so our last game on Monday, Chargers beat the Eagles 22-19. I don't even know what to say anything about this game because, man,
Eagles are falling apart, and I kind of
Eagles
like it.
Exactly.
It was a sloppy game.
4 interceptions.
Yeah.
I don't. Who has Hurts in our league?
Zach.
Is that because in my work league somebody had him? So the guy, this couple of dudes that were tied going into Monday night, and all he had, the one was done, the other had Hurts. Hurts got -1 point, so he ended up losing when they were tied going into Monday. All Hurts had to do was like throw one less interception or throw a touch or whatever. He ended up getting -1 point, so he ended up losing by 1.
I think Rhonda had him earlier in the year, and he was doing so bad she dropped him. And
My scenario with your son on for this week's fantasy game was like you and me 2 weeks ago, but just with Brock Purdy instead of Jalen Hurts.
Who?
Like I was winning, but then Zach only had Jalen Hurts left, and Jalen Hurts like dropped a goose egg, kind of like Brock Purdy did on the Monday night game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
so you weren't on last night, Eric. The guy that I'm playing in my other fantasy league where we played 2 quarterbacks, he had or has Mahomes and Hurts. He got negative 3.62 out of Mahomes and negative 6.76 out of Hurts last night.
To be fair, to be clear, was that the wheelchair guy or that asked that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So Eagles still have the lead right now in the division. Are they gonna retire? Are they gonna hold on to it?
Not playing like they are offensively.
Ed, you're muted.
Yeah, because they're still the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, Washington and Giants are done for sure. Yeah, saying it's still the Cowboys. Their schedule is a little more favorable because they play. After that, they play Raiders and then Commanders at the Bills and then Commanders again.
See, the Cowboys have an easy 3 games left. Well, 2 or 3 easy. They got Vikings, Chargers, Commanders.
And Giants.
And
Giants. I'm sorry. Yeah, Giant and then Giants. Sorry.
So I'm not entirely too sure what. Oh God, something must have happened. I don't think I even want to know at this point. So with the game itself, yeah, Hurts. Like I said, Eagles did not look good. Chargers, they're all beat up with no offensive line, pretty much.
Yeah, no kidding. Ugh. Sorry.
I feel like there's a punchline that I am not involved in, or I am the punchline. So I'm just going.
It's probably me.
I'm just cupping my ass off, so I apologize.
You're cupping your what?
Coughing.
Oh, coughing. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Wow.
Bro, you gotta just get that checked out.
All right, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You gonna make it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Moving on.
Hey, Jolly, come check on your boy.
All right, calm down.
Well, I haven't heard from Jolly in a while. I mean, he may be.
He's laying low right now.
Yeah, maybe suffering the same thing.
He got on here earlier and he was worshiping the ground that Ed walks on, or coughs on, actually, in this case.
Don't matter. You still a hater.
Who, me?
Is his middle name?
Yeah.
Well, Patrick had the first burner, so technically Patrick's not a hater. He's got a burner.
No, he's hating on me. He's hating on me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The rest of us don't have burners, so I mean, I don't know why you two are fighting about this. So let's talk about. Oh no, let's not talk about. Let's make our pick for Thursday's game. So we have the Falcons against the Buccaneers. Bucks are a 4.5-point favorite over under 44.5. Tampa Bay 69.6% in the predictor. So okay,
what was that again?
Tampa Bay is a 4.5-point favorite over under 44.5. Tampa Bay 69.6%.
Okay, thank you.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, give me Tampa. Atlanta's just a fire right now.
Hapless.
There's you don't even know what they are.
Bad is what I would probably think they are.
They're what I would call a horrible team.
Does Bijan need to get traded somewhere to a better team
to actually have a chance?
Because are they just wasting his
quarterback?
Right. Well, they tried when they brought over Cousins and then Ritter and
yeah, they've missed on all that. Even Penix has not panned out. So
we're gonna go back to the draft for another quarterback.
They're gonna be in position. I don't know who they are to get this year though.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna go for a quarterback.
I feel like they've got other problems besides quarterback.
I was just gonna say, you got much bigger problems than the QB.
Yeah. they'll try to survive with Penix when they get him healthy. So maybe another year or so.
Patrick, who do you have?
Give me the Bucks.
That'll be a clean sweep for the Bucks because Atlanta is starting Kirk Cousins. That's all I can say.
Although Kyle Pitts finally got points this week.
Is Drake London still out?
Yep.
Okay, that's kind of the other reason too.
If there's a tight end that you have that you don't want since you're not in the playoffs, let me know.
Who, me?
Oh, whoever. I don't care.
Anybody
but Donnie. Donnie's like, oh, I'll see you on the other side. Dude, his team was really good this last week, almost 150 points.
Yeah.
We got blown out.
And that was with Singletary and my other
Neal.
running backs. Yeah,
Neal.
no. Well, no, I had Neal in. The Singletary was on bye, and so was Henderson, Trevion Henderson. I had both of them on bye, and still did that. So I'm hoping I picked the right running backs this week.
You didn't.
No, I mean going forward. Now I got 4 to choose from because both of the guys that I had this week did good, and then I got my 2 that have been my workhorses on the bench. So I got to figure out which matchups are going to be better.
You won't.
Yeah,
you're right. I won't.
All my matchups for this week are red, so I'm in for a bad time.
Well, I'm going to lose.
I apologize. I'm sorry. That was mean. I'm sorry. That was a little mean on my part.
How's that different from what you normally are?
Rhonda might trade you Zach Ertz.
Okay.
You know what? No, I'm not sorry.
I mean, I can offer Rhonda Gadsden.
Eric is like, well.
I don't think you can trade anymore at this late or going into the playoffs. I think you'd have to drop him.
You have to release him full up.
Do you want Kate Otten?
No. All I have is Theo Johnson. If Kraft was still healthy.
Isn't Theo Johnson getting you points though?
Ish.
Yeah. You picked up Theo Johnson after I dropped him.
He's had some weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do appreciate Christian Watson though.
Well, I was out of room.
Yeah.
So congrats.
You have to find room for him.
I might have to start Kamani Vidal this week, but Virgil may tell me not to.
Swear to God, Patrick, I didn't say anything. Well, that is all that I have for this. So, Ed, do you have anything else to pass along?
Nope.
No. Well, Eric, what do you have going on Earn Fun Average?
Tomorrow, Johnny and I, Earn Fun Average, have on Scott Montesano, who is the radio voice of the Alton River Dragons of the Prospect League.
Ooh, nice.
Check out a little Prospect League, Alton River Dragons.
Love that.
Nice.
What other Prospect League teams have you done?
That we've released 4 so far. This will be 5, and then another one in waiting.
Very nice.
So we're not the Prospect League podcast, but we found some pretty good teams. That there's one that's going to be coming out right before either New Year's, the week leading up to New Year's, or the week after. I'm not sure which yet. The guy, his previous job blew us away. What he did before being with this baseball team. I had no idea. Never, we don't do a ton of research. So I had no idea. Johnny didn't know. And I was absolutely blown away. So can't wait for that one to come out. That'll be a few weeks. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. And yet he calls this an average podcast.
Yeah. You need to give me a heads up when the Mendoza's episode comes out so I can start making betting lines.
So that's actually, we talked about that with the guest that will be on next week that we'll talk about. That was brought up. So, yeah, that'll probably be January or February.
Okay.
Is there a most below average guest in history, Mendoza?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ed, you still on hiatus with your podcast. Oh, did he die? Ed, are you dead?
He died.
He died.
He done died.
Okay.
Oh, they're taking him off on a stretcher, but he gave us the thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah.
Average podcast.
I hope you had
I
a hope you had a bucket under there. I mean,
God,
Yeah.
unreal. Anywho, yes, still on hiatus.
still on hiatus. Patrick's still on hiatus.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to come back, but it's just I'm so tired. And then this last 2 weeks, I felt like a zombie. So I might as well just keep it rolling until the new year.
That's fair. Donnie, what about you?
Nope, don't have anything going on special this week.
All right. Well, Ed, do you want to send us off?
Hey, I will do that. You guys have a wonderful evening. Make sure you guys tune in on Thursday where we do make maybe some picks. I don't know. Who the hell knows at this point?
We make it all